the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, wait till the time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, wait till the time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, wait till the time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move. want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new way. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves.
Nope. Hello, there we go. Muted. I caught myself though. Good evening. God, I'm all over the place already. It's a great start to phase 2, but we are here with the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. I am Nitra. I am your host. Hello. And I'm joined here again by Majesty. Hello,
Good
Majesty.
evening, everybody.
Good evening indeed, and good evening everybody as well in the chat. Welcome. We have some great teams coming up for you guys with some great action coming your way. And who better to kind of put in here to kind of speak about when we talk about all the action, because this is all here courtesy of Kitchi Shop. So we're going to be just telling you a little bit about them. You can find their link in the description below. They are a trusted platform for topping up your gaming accounts. So get your UC for your PUBG Mobile account in the Kitchi Shop because it's cheaper, faster, and safer. You got some great deals that are guaranteed on game top-up. So if you want to top up your loot, you better get over there right away. And honestly, right now is a great chance to do that while we're warming up for this first match of the evening.
Yeah, Chara, there you can see our groups for phase 2. We do have 5 groups, and each group will play 4 games a night. So one group will be rested for every match that we play. Let's just quickly go through these groups for everybody. Group A, we have there Far Voice Gaming, Gummibassi Esports, Game Lord Sirens, and Rook Eternal. Going on to Group B, Blacklight, Armed Family Vias Team, Humble Dolls. Group C there, we have Livion Eternity, Fate Esports, Dagestan 77 Dreamcore, and Besiktas Esports. Group D, we have ARG Angels, Bonfire Esports Female, Team 812, and the Gangster Girls. And our final group, Group E there, is Infinite Respect Esports, Virtual Gaming Squad, and KYS Inferno.
Great lineup here. I mean, we've seen these teams. Everybody, I think, has seen these teams in the last week or so, really going at it and really showing us what they're really made of. So we've had some fantastic games from all of these teams. I think most of these teams did have a win in there somewhere in their respective groups for phase 1, but we are here with phase 2 this time around. So there you go. You can see phase 2 there, 23rd of February to 2nd of March. So there will be about, I think it's going to be 5 days, if I'm not mistaken, of games for this phase 2. All 5 groups will be battling it out amongst 5 games this time around, not the 6 of phase 1. It will be 5 games, and we will be seeing who comes in ready and waiting for those finals slots. And those final slots will give them access to, of course, the finals, 6th to 9th of March, with a total prize pool of $4,000 and 200,000 UC, Majesty.
That's looking very tempting for all of our teams. And with phase 2, like I said, first night is tonight. We'll have a little break and we'll be back on Monday. And it will be the top 10 teams that will go through to those finals. So we will lose half of these teams during phase 2.
That's gonna be tough because we've seen all these girls perform in the last week, and man, do they all deserve to be here. I don't know how this one's gonna go. It's gonna be very, very tough, I think, for most of these teams. It's gonna be very close in terms of points. But what is nice is that they will be given a chance to compete every single night. So there's not one night off, one night on, and we do go back to 5 matches total. See the Erangel Miramar Sanhok and Erangel Miramar, but we're back down to only one Sanhok, Majesty.
I know it's a real shame to lose our
I
last game
know.
as Sanhok, but yeah, they've gone from playing 6 matches straight to just 4 a night now, and losing that Sanhok on the end.
Yes, indeedy. So for tonight, for this Erangel that will be coming up very shortly, we will be seeing Group E taking a break here. So they're not going to be playing this one. They're not going to be playing this round, rather. That is going to be Infinite, Respect, Virtual Gaming Squad, and KYS Inferno. They will be not playing for the Erangel, and we'll see them in the Miramar. So we do have quite a lineup here, but yeah, each group, they are going to be making some having a rest, having a little bit of a just a brain's not braining today. I'm so sorry, but yeah, they're just not going to be playing one game per night. And as far as I can tell, we got Group C not playing Sanhok, so we'll see how that goes. Because of course, with all the other maps, that we do have 2 chances, so each group will get a chance to play that. But for this Sanhok, Group C will not be playing Sanhok, so we'll have to see how that goes. But we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here just a little bit. We do have this Erangel coming up very, very shortly. But Majesty, you won the last round of predictions. What was it in the end? 5-3?
5-3, yes. 5-3.
Yeah. Okay, well, you win this time, but phase 2 is right around the corner. We are here. So who are you predicting for this match?
I'm going to go straight in with the girls over at Gamelord for Game 1 Erangel. That's my first prediction of phase 2. So we'll see how we start off tonight, day 1.
I love that. That's going to be a great call, great shout. Who am I thinking though for this Erangel game? I'm going to go with a different group. Let's go with.
She's thinking hard, guys. She wants to win phase 2.
I really do. Let's see. Let's go with Dagestan. Group C, Dagestan. I'm gonna go with them for this one. We'll see what they're all up to. But yeah, we will be seeing that very, very shortly. I mean, what do you think is going to be actually happening, Majesty, into this first game? I mean, it's not like it's day 1 of the tournament in general, but it is day 1 of phase 2. Are we going to see teams slow down a little bit and just go for those points, or are we going to see kind of a bit of mayhem going on?
Yeah, with the introduction of both groups from phase 1 merging together, it's the first time they're going to play against each other. So, and obviously group A teams were very aggressive, group B teams were more long game towards the end of the game. So bringing them together, we'll be interested to see which kind of way it plays out. But I think first game will just be calm while everyone finds their foot against the other teams and see how that develops.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that seems like that's what's gonna be happening, at least for the first couple of games, I might add, into this day 1. But we may see as well, maybe, this thought just came to me really, is that we may see teams go all out for these next 5 matches because we've got a whole weekend before we have to start up again. So they might just go all out, grab as many points as they can, be as aggressive as possible, have the weekend off, reassess, and then come back and really get those points. So I could see that happening, but honestly, yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with you on this one, where we are going to be having a little bit of a quieter game.
Yeah, that possibly could happen, because then you think, day 1 is on its own, then they've got the weekend break, and then even if they did want to play aggressive for day 1 and didn't go too well, they can think, well, we've got 4 days next week to bring that back. So, it could go, as always, anything could happen. But in our first map here, there is our flight path.
There is indeed. It's very north. What does that mean for the zone? Is it gonna be nice to us today? Let's see. Lots of teams moving over to their, I mean, honestly, it's just moving over to their normal spots, really. GLD going to be moving up to Severny. We do have Levion right already down there next to Rozhawk. Arm Family as well, and it is going to be a pretty decent zone compared to that flight path. It's very complementary, but I'm seeing a massive amount of teams over by Georgia Pole for some reason. Is this a drop and grab cars, or is this just a flyover?
Yeah, I think I can maybe see 6 different colours over there. There's our first knock there. It is Clara, who's gone down for ARG Angels. And I thought, yeah, about 5 or 6 teams over at Georgia Pole and 3 around Rozhawk as well as Rehoboth there, taking down Malak. And I'm not sure where we are over here. Possibly, I'm not actually sure where we can see from this compound where we are.
Yeah, this is weird.
But
Where
yeah,
are
so I'm trying to get a glimpse of outside, and even on the mini map, I can't really tell exactly. But
No,
anyway,
I can't either.
we'll stick with.
Oh, it is.
Now we get a glimpse.
Yeah.
Now we get a glimpse of where we are.
Okay. All
Clara. Right, Nad's going to do that jump shot there, takes down Rehoboth as well, and the duo left of ARG Angels not going to go back down to that compound and take Black Lycon there.
What a shame they lose 2 this early on, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. Not sure why they were able to get that knock. Maybe just she had a couple of inferior weapons. Not quite sure what happened, but yeah, ARG making a swift retreat after losing the second one. There was no point to push that now. I think Blacklight were only a duo over that. You can never be sure. So ARG's decision to move on out is the correct one at this stage in time. You just don't want to be losing out your team this quickly on. And they've still got 1 defeat out of that, so they do have a point on the board right now. It's just cost them dearly at this point.
Yeah, unfortunate to lose the duo at the very start of the match, but you know, duo can still do a lot of things, and it's only game 1, so you know they'll be wary next time of where Blacklight are headed as well.
Indeed, there was a lot I saw of. Oops, excuse me. I thought she had left her behind there, but she hasn't. She's got a buggy. We did see a lot of traffic over by Rozhawk as well. There were 3 different teams here, but we haven't seen any sort of anything in the kill feed at the moment, which is interesting. I would have thought that would be going down fairly shortly, but at the moment seems to be all quiet over there. We still don't know what's going on over in Georgia Pole. I don't know if they've decided to split on over, go, you know, their own separate ways and do all that good happy stuff. But here we are at Rozhawk. It is Armed Family and Fate Esports, but it does look like they've spread out and they're all doing their own thing at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well we haven't had any action from Dodgeball with that massive cluster, but there was a few teams landing around Rozhawk too. They were a little bit more spread out, but there you can just see Fate down there with I think it's an Arm Family. It's going to be strange now that they've got different slots and different colours, so we're going to have to get used to all the teams with different colours now before we can
of course
get the right name from the colour, but we'll get there. And it's Armed Family now with that pinky colour there, and Fate Esports also, it looks like Livion are down here as well. You can see Any Light in view as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how respectful these teams are of each other when it comes to Rozhawk. We've seen this several times now where you have, I think, these 2 teams, or at least Armed Family and someone else, I think, when they were in different groups. But it's interesting. It really is that they really just keep to themselves and they kind of look at each other a little bit, but no one really goes for it. They're very, very respectful of each other's space and just go about their business elsewhere. So it's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen that before in a tournament. It's really just you land together, you fight together. It's not really this kind of waiting and just, you know, minding each other's business as we're seeing here. So it's kind of interesting turn of events here.
yeah, expect that probably to be different as we develop through phase two. You know, if some teams need points, you know, I don't think they'll be as courteous on landing.
Themselves, so they're good to go as well. But yeah, like you said, it has been it's turning out to be a very quiet game so far. Only lost 2 players at the moment. And we're just waiting for that stage 1 to start coming in. It is coming in as we speak, but it's still 2 minutes out, so these teams got lots and lots of time to really get the position 1 in zone, start moving out. Some of these teams might decide not to move out until phase 2. Teams like Gangster Girls, who are already in zone, aren't going to be moving around all that much. We might see some of these other teams, however, move out. Some teams that, such as Roshawk, have less space in those areas. They might decide to move on out, and we might see some rotations coming in from them. But for now, it is looking like we're just going to be staying put and chilling.
Yeah, everyone just waiting for that zone at the moment still.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're going to head to next. Maybe then, you know, some teams will have to start rotating. So maybe then we'll see some more engagement as everyone closes in. But like we thought, just a steady first game, first few minutes.
Yep.
Other than that initial fight at the start, everybody else just chilling at the moment, getting up, make sure they've got plenty of loot, know where they are. We can. Did someone have a little bit of damage onto them there from Fate? I'm not quite sure if that was a little bit of red, but so maybe something could start to happen in Roshawk as that zone comes in shortly.
Livion, I mean, our family rather have to be very careful that Livion are right there. I think they might know that, though. Yeah, because Livion were looking very ready, but Arm Family avoid them completely. They're going to be rotating down to the south. So we are going to be seeing them coming through onto the school area. A nice spot for them, but Livion do have sights. Yeah, they do have sights, so they're going to be just go down. There's not going to be any shots just yet. It's way too far. They're not going to be able to get any confirmations on any sort of they try and grab. So there's nothing for Livion to do at this point. But Arm Family aren't going to take up school. This is a nice central position the way the zone has come in, but we do have 8 seconds on that zone, speaking of.
Yeah, just about to close in. Finally getting our first look around Georgia Paul as well up there. Kitty there just taking the bicycle option. Nice and quiet, kind of speedy those bikes as well.
Those
actually,
bikes, aren't they?
If you can get away, obviously you've got no protection, but yeah, they can be handy if you've got nothing else, and away she. The bicycle. She's going to get tagged up. That's what I said about that protection. She dilly-daddled for too long there with that bike around the motorbike, and Kitty has gone down there to Kumsal of Bonfire Esports, will be eliminated from the game.
Will indeed. I don't think she knew they were there. It looks like 812 were moving across downside from the north. I don't think they Bonfire were over there, at least still over there, but that is going to be 1 point as a result of that over onto Bonfire's side. Vias here as well. We got them moving around the ruins area, and again, a nice central spot, but Blacklight are looking in the distance as well. You can just see their name tag in the horizon there, but Vias for now looking like they have a viable option.
Yeah, around this ruins area that we saw, I think it was Bonfire that game that they took that win. They did that nice split around ruins, and but Vias here this time just they're grabbing this buggy. See where we're gonna head to, and have a look at our zone shortly. If at some point we can have a see where everybody is and where we're going to be shifting to.
Yes, indeed. Oh, we do have some company coming into Blacklight's space. You can just see them on the mini map over there. And it's not Vias that they're looking at. It's up to the north side. I don't quite know who that is. Oh, it is Vias. Okay, so Vias are moving around, looking elsewhere, and they are just on the side of the minimap. I think Blacklight have spotted them just slightly. Surely they have, but 812 still going at it against Bonfire, because Bonfire now trying to gatekeep this team.
Yeah, with that blue zone moving in as well. 812 and Nisa there with Bonfire right in front of her. And from that position, I mean, if you've got no vehicle, doesn't look like they have any vehicle around them.
Yeah.
They're pretty much, Bonfire can pretty much just wait for them to move out because it's very, very open there. So to get out of this, they're going to have to outgun them. But at the moment, they're not having the best of luck. And Nisa is down, so just Manifest and Pataba as Kumsel is coming in for the push here, trying to spot Manifest. Can she get it? Not quite. I thought Manifest was going to jump into the water, then she might have slipped.
There she goes.
She has slipped into the water there. Teammate Pataba just trying to pick up Anissa. We're quickly going over to Vias, who are now here with our family around ruins. Alina just going down to Dark there, and Freeps you can see in the background trying to provide cover because two of her teammates are knocked. She's a little bit far away at the moment. She's also getting tagged up herself as Taya just eliminated, so is Alina. And now RNO looks like she's going to push onto Freeps there, but we're going straight back to Georgia Paul with 812 and Bonfire. Futaba down this time. They've ended up down the side of the cliff by the sea, and how do they work their way out of this one?
I mean, I think the only chance they have now is actually move out around the cliff underneath the bridge and just skedaddling. The problem is that the zone, it's not hurting, but they didn't have many men. Family gets eliminated completely. So I think our family area moved into this area and straight Bias, which is a really unfortunate move. They're going to be going out last here. That feels like a bit of a fluke. That was a very strange altercation there, but GG's to, of course, Vias grabbing those kills and doing good work. Actually, defending that ruins area. So very two of them going to be grabbing 2 of those kills. I think it was a little bit of something. I think everybody kind of congregated together, and I think our family got a little bit surrounded there because Vias only have 2 kills. So I'm not sure where the other 2 went amongst those, but GLD and Fate actually have 3 now. So we'll see who was who.
Not sure if Neptura is having some problems with the internet again, but we shall carry on with the dolls right now, who are taking out Dagestan. I think I saw Satanova in that kill feed going down earlier on. Game Lord Sirens also around this vicinity. Here comes Gummy Bassi as well. Bazumi's nade there onto Blacklight as Purple just trying to throw some wild sprays out. She's not got any connections, but somebody spotted her. Purple has gone down there to Yatem of Game Lord, so coming in there, getting that knock. And looks like we're going to have a push here after that one knock. Looks like they're making their way in those vehicles. We're jumping straight over to Vias team really quick with Fate doing the drive-by. They don't want to stick around here, but unfortunately Shaden does get knocked out of her vehicle. Talia is down as well, so that's Talia eliminated, and ILY is down there with them as well. And that, I think, Fate Esports could be in trouble. I think there should only be 1 player left for them as Nada goes down to Diablo of Game Lord. So 2 down for Gummy Bassi. I think Purple just managed to get revived though, but as Nada goes down, Nada quickly getting revived. I thought Game Lord were coming for the push. They have, so they've travelled. They're here. They've got that high advantage as Gummy Bassi just in this little crater area, but they do manage to knock down Amber. Yatem comes in with this push. Can she take out Gummy Bassi? She's doing the drop shot there. No, she's 3 down. There's 3 down. Diablo is the last one up for Game Lord. They've defended their crater area very well. I'm not sure what to call this dip, but Diablo now, after the Game Lord push, is on her own to defend against Gummy Bassi, and that unfortunately sees Game Lord Sirens eliminated there to Gummy Bassi. It actually looked good for Game Lord. They had that 1 knock. I'm not sure if you were here for that. They decided to push after the 1 knock came in. But Gummy Bassi able to defend in the end and eliminate Game Lord Sirens.
Well, GG's Gavasi. GG's Game Lord sounds like it was a fair fight, and just the way. I do apologize for my internet, though. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It did a double dip, which is not fun. So we should be okay now, but it always does this, and it's a bit annoying. So my apologies, everybody. It should be back now. It looks like, Majesty, that we have some quiet early games, but we're getting some really intense mid games now.
Yeah, coming into this stage 4, everyone kind of congregated around the same area. We're with Gangster Girls now and Besiktas. Gangster Girls with those 2 points already on board, pushing in on to our Besiktas team here, but Mena didn't pay off for her. Yildiz goes down to Rowan, is eliminated really quick. We've lost Amy as well as Mena down 2, so 2 up for the Gangster Girls there, and I think Besiktas, just a solo, she's in there. As 8-12 are eliminated as well. And we've got a bit of I was going to say one with one, but we're jumping straight over to Livion Eternity, who are in trouble as well. Can't quite see who that is. Is that Vias coming in? I'm trying to see really quick. I think it's Vias coming in here as Any Light. It is Vias there. Any Light now. Solos also quickly losing teammates right now and leaving Solos up to defend and see if they can bring this back. But Any Light is going to go in with those nades first, see if she can get anything from this. And Gangster Girls there eliminated by Besiktas. So Besiktas, though, she is a solo, so she did win that fight.
She did indeed. It was a close one, though. They were looking really, really good. Vias, three eliminations each, and then 1 for a total 7. So Vias actually having a really good game, looking very good in their 1 tier. And in just the span of a few seconds as Vendetta goes down, pardon me, we've seen, I mean, look how many gray slots there are on that graph there. I mean, it's insane. We've lost so many teams.
Yeah, well, after your little internet blip, that's when all the action started happening. And we lost quite a few people in the space of a minute or 2.
Yeah.
But there you can see that blue zone is creeping on them as Besiktas just get eliminated by Rook. Rook there eliminating that solo of Besiktas. And it still is Bias with those 7 points in the lead at the moment for those elimination points. But ARG Angels, did I just see that right? Have they just been eliminated too? Yep, there we go. Confirmation there from the kill feed. And Bonfire, what are they up to? Nice positioning zone for them. As the next one. And they've got the next one as well. Next zone is in.
It is indeed, and right on them. Looking very nice for them, because as we can see, there's north side there. Vias here. Whoever's gray, because Vias was gray, of course, in phase 1. That was Vias. Whoever's up there to the north side, you got that enemy team up there. It's looking very good for those rotations. They have to move past Bonfire. The problem is they may decide to go for a full send. That could be a lot of pressure onto Bonfire very, very quickly, which is always hard to navigate. But if there is no full push, Bonfire looking like they may have an excellent position here for a third party.
It's going to be Dagestan, who are our grey colour for phase 2.
Okay. Thank you, Dagestan.
Black light in. So our zone's around Gatka.
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was Virtual Gaming, not Vias. Both begin with a V, don't they? Who had that win last time when they managed to hold on to Gatka, but they're not in this round. As we see Lisa of Far Voice Gaming, so Far Voice Gaming now in our kill feed, I think maybe for the first time there, but 2 down at the moment. And it looks like Vias here pushed straight down onto the compound of Bonfire, but they left 1 outside the zone. So they've gone down as a duo against the team of Bonfire, 2v4, as we see there they left the solo just outside the zone to see what happens here in purple with that domination. So Gummy Bassi off to a great start, 8 eliminations for them so far. Humble Dolls look like they're going down at the moment. Rook, there we go, confirmation. Humble Dolls out. they're in 9th place.
GG's. I mean, looking at the feed, it looked like Humble had a heck of a fight, and they did really well to survive that long, but they are going to go down in the end, much like Bonfire, looking like they might go down to Vias. Vias are only down to 2 now. That solo that they left behind no longer up for them, so they're gonna have to fend for themselves as this duo. It looks like Caitlyn, though, is just down to her own self. Yeah, down to a solo for Bonfire, so now she's just trying to put a little bit of distance between her and Vias, which is a great option. She's gonna be hopefully able to do a little bit of that, but not with that nade. Very nicely done by Reno.
She's very stuck in that shack there. I mean, one nade and you're gone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably not the best option there, but obviously she felt like that's the only thing she could do. But Vias, though, pushing down onto that compound with a full Bonfire squad and absolutely bombarding them with nades. So G's there to Vias. Well played from them.
Yeah, absolutely well played. They chose the course of action that would put the pressure on Bonfire at that point, and they were able to use that momentum going forward. So nicely done from them. But we got Rook moving in stealthily. No one's really looked at them coming in from that south side, and here they are in zone. It's only them and one other, so the rest of the teams have to move in. So Rook here could actually have a great chance of grabbing a lot of these eliminations.
Yeah, Nature just getting tagged up there by Loina of Gummy as teammates close by that zone, shifting just to these reedy kind of fields here that we're used to seeing a lot from last season, those end zone, as Bazumi has gone down to Nads. One tap also down to Nads of Blacklight. So Blacklight against Dagestan right now. Rose is the last one. She's got that DPS. What can she do with it, though? Is she going to take out Nads of Blacklight and get her teammates back in the game? Yes. No. She takes down Nads, and just with the, she took some damage, and I think the play zone, the damage from Nads plus the play zone has taken her down, even though she won that fight there as well.
Wow.
What a shame. The damage from both sides there, and the play zone takes out Dagestan in the end.
My goodness, I thought she didn't have that because the jump shot that was made against her was really nice, but the DBS coming in clutch there, and then the zone coming in even clutcher. Oh no, that's what's frustrating Dagestan at that point. But they did well, and that extra point did not go to anybody. So they could be happy with that, honestly.
Yeah, so we're into our top 4. Rook there looking strong, full squad. So do Gummy Bassi, actually. So who've been having a good start to our game as well. As we can just have a look there from the bird's eye view. You can see the airdrop coming down as well, but I think nobody's got eyes on that right now because we've got eyes on each other. And who is left? Livion, Any Light, the solo on her own there. You can just see to the left of Rook, making it to top 4. Rook against Gummy Bassi right now, though. And Any Light actually in the center of that next zone as Logica gets that knock there on Melina. And it is Vias who is just on the edge on that top zone that you can see. Right behind Any Light, who is just keeping quiet. She's got the next zone as well, actually. She's in next zone, and she'll have all of these players creeping up behind her because they will also be making their way into the same area. So 10 players left, and statistics there going with Rook for the win based on their positioning and players, but Gummy Bassi as a trio, not too far off. I don't think she can use that big one. I think the boogie looks okay to use, though, as Logica is still spraying there for Rook. Eternal, and which direction are we going to go here? I don't think they're going to give up this fight until the zone actually starts moving in on them. There she goes now. Logica is going to make a run for it, using all those smokes. That's her last throwable as we just switch to Sondra. And there's our solo, Any Light of Livion Eternity. She's been there for a while, just listening to everybody fighting. She's going to have some company now, though. And what is she going to do here? Because Rook creeping right under her. You can see there on the mini map as Gummy Bassi going with these nades, but they haven't realized Rook have already moved on. They've already moved on into zone. Vias team keeping an eye out as well. They'll be able to see anybody. Everyone's proning right now. So it's a game of who can you see crawling around basically right now.
Yeah. It absolutely is. And Anylight only has 9 smokes on her at the moment. Oh, but Nature does go down to Anylight, so now she's been made, or they've been made aware she's there. She's made herself known, and now here that was the impetus now for the rest of these teams to start tackling each other. So Rook now down a couple, at least once. We see right behind this spot, right in the middle of zone, and everybody's trying to just sneak in around her.
Yeah, Rook made the mistake there. They did. I saw them stand up, so they standed up and tried to make a run in. Anylight knocked one. I think it was pinched by either Gummy Bassi or Bias, because they also knocked one as well, but I'm not sure which one pinched Anylight's kill. I don't think she got it though, as another member of Rook goes down as well. So only Sonda left there. As soon as they jumped up, they kind of got picked off and revealed themselves. And now we're only left with Sonda, who will be eliminated by Vias as well. So Anylight still there, still in zone. Gummy Bassi, Loina also still in us. It's a 1v1 v2, and she's going to make her way to zone, right in front of the duo and the solo. Anylight does have her position still in zone.
She does indeed. This is fantastic for her. Very, very stressful for her, because you've got a lot of teams all coming in on you, so that's really some unwanted attention. But she's doing well. She's only got 1 first aid, but several smokes still left available. I think Vias are a little bit too concerned with Loina at the moment, though. Loina, okay, that's just a smoke. I was thinking she was trying to go grab Anylight there, and that could have been a nice nade, but no, it is going to be a smoke. She's just going to be smoking up her own area as Reno comes in, just smashes into Anylight's buggy here.
Anylight, she's got a chance to take her out. She's a little bit slow there. It's Vendetta providing that cover, so teamwork there. 1 distract and 1 eliminate. Yeah, I think she just missed the opportunity to shoot her out the buggy as she gets the final elimination on Loina, and it will be a Vias team win there for Erangel Game 1.
Very nicely done there. I mean, Vias have had a great game. They were having a great game until all the way since the beginning, getting those first few kills there, and then just continuing that momentum all the way through. So looking very, very nice for Vias. 16 eliminations. That's a lot to come into the first game here.
Yeah, that's a very, very decent amount of eliminations. And there was a few other teams there as well who had some high kills midway through that game. So maybe not as even as we thought it might be. There's a few there with the high damage, high eliminations, and 16 and 26 points off to a great start.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very, very nice start for them. That's going to put them in a great mood for the next 3 games that they've got on their way. Of course, they will be missing out on one of those games as the groups rotate, but a great start. It's a fantastic start for them. Really, really nice to see that. As we look at the match rankings, I was going to mention Gummy Bassi having a fantastic game as well with 9 eliminations. Really, really on fire. And Rook as well. So we've got 3 teams here that right out of the gate were looking very, very nice. Fantastic for them.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that Gummy Bassi win as well. Maybe during first day of phase 2, we might be able to see that from them. They kind of struggled on the last day of their group, just slipping out of the top, but they were so consistent and weren't able to get a win. So fingers crossed for them. They can carry on from this game there with those 9 eliminations and second place. And Rook as well with 9 eliminations, and going down Besiktas as well. A couple of teams with 4 there. Blacklight were involved in a lot of fights there as well. I thought they placed a little bit higher, but obviously there was so much going on that we lost a few teams all at once there, and unfortunately we got a couple of teams down the bottom there with 0 points to start us off.
We do indeed, but honestly, it's far less than what we're used to seeing. We've been seeing in the groups that it's been kind of 3 or 4 at least that actually end up with 0 points there. So looking very good that there's only 2 for this around. It may get bigger as the map gets bigger, so it may see more for Miramar. But yeah, interesting that only 2 ended up with those 0 points for this game, and I think pretty sure they'll be back for next game, so they can get rid of that 0 right away. So looking good. You know what else is looking good though? Vias right now. Reno, RNO.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Massive 10 kills for herself, not even for the team, like altogether, but just for her, with 10 of those 16 kills, and the second player there with 5. So I think there's a little bit of a logo.
Grafting. Says 0.
Yeah, so a little bit of a graph error there. So ignore that for now. But so I'm not sure if the rest. They probably got the damage. Obviously, just the no kills is high instead of being like low. Whereas Via's team, you can see their 3016 is looking a bit short on that graph. So maybe just probably the wrong size is there. It probably should be the other other size. But you can see there everybody's eliminations and damage from that game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, looking like some really, really good numbers coming into the first game here. I'm interested to see what the Miramar will change, if anything. Are we going to see, a bit of a longer gap where it's a bit quieter? Because actually we had a really quiet loot phase, but as soon as kind of phase 3, phase 4, it got really busy very, very quick. Loving kind of the of the 2 groups coming in here, so that's looking really, really nice. What else is looking really, really nice is that Miramar game. We are going to be getting into that very, very shortly, but as the team's all ready up for that, there is going to be a link in the chat for you guys. As a token of our appreciation, we have got you guys a link with a nice little outfit there for you guys, so go ahead and grab that while we enter this very short break. Greetings to the fans of PUBG Mobile. Finally, it's time to kickstart the second season of the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. This time, it's even bigger. We have a whole new format designed to raise the competition level. As the level rises, so does the prize pool. A whopping $4,000 and 200,000 UC will be at stake for the teams to battle it out and claim. On top of that, we also have expanded the participating regions. There will be 4 regions in competition: Western Europe, Turkey, the CIS, and the recently added MENA region. The tournament will officially begin on February 17th and last until March 9th. Let's check out this season's format. The teams will go through 2 phases before arriving at the final. A total of 32 teams will participate, who will break down into 2 groups of 16 teams each. Phase 1 will begin from the 17th of February. 18 matches will be played for 6 days by each group. By the end of Phase 1, the top 3 teams in each pool will qualify for the finals. The last 3 teams in each group will be disqualified, and teams from 4th to 13th position in each group will advance to the second phase of the competition. The second phase will involve 20 teams. These teams will split up into 5 groups of 4 teams each. 20 games will be played in the 5-day round robin. The second phase will begin on the 23rd of February and last until the 2nd of March. In the end, the top 10 teams in the standings will advance to the finals, and the remaining 10 teams will be disqualified. And that's how we'll end up with our 16 finalist teams. The finals will last 4 days from March 6th to March 9th. Only one team will emerge victorious and dethrone the reigning champions Rise of Queens from the last season. Stay tuned to our social media accounts to learn more about PMEWL Season 2. We wish good luck to every team. Show your wonder power. Greetings to the fans of PUBG Mobile. Finally, it's time to kickstart the second season of the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. This time, it's even bigger. We have a whole new format designed to raise the competition level. As the level rises, so does the prize pool. A whopping $4,000 and 200,000 UC will be at stake for the teams to battle it out and claim. On top of that, we also have expanded the participating regions. There will be 4 regions in competition: Western Europe, Turkey, the CIS, and the recently added MENA region. The tournament will officially begin on February 17th and last until March 9th. Let's check out this season's format. The teams will go through 2 phases before arriving at the final. A total of 32 teams will participate, who will break down into 2 groups of 16 teams each. Phase 1 will begin from the 17th of February. 18 matches will be played for 6 days by each group. By the end of Phase 1, the top 3 teams in each pool will qualify for the finals. The last 3 teams in each group will be disqualified, and teams from 4th to 13th position in each group will advance to the second phase of the competition. The second phase will involve 20 teams. These teams will split up into 5 groups of 4 teams each. 20 games will be played in the 5-day round robin. The second phase will begin on the 23rd of February and last until the 2nd of March. In the end, the top 10 teams in the standings will advance to the finals, and the remaining 10 teams will be disqualified. And that's how we'll end up with our 16 finalist teams. The finals will last 4 days from March 6th to March 9th. Only one team will emerge victorious and dethrone the reigning champions Rise of Queens from the last season. Stay tuned to our social media accounts to learn more about PMEWL Season 2. We wish good luck to every team. Show your wonder power. Greetings to the fans of PUBG Mobile. Finally, it's time to kickstart the second season of the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. This time, it's even bigger. We have a whole new format designed to raise the competition level. As the level rises, so does the prize pool. A whopping $4,000 and 200,000 UC will be at stake for the teams to battle it out and claim. On top of that, we also have expanded the participating regions. There will be 4 regions in competition: Western Europe, Turkey, the CIS, and the recently added MENA region. The tournament will officially begin on February 17th and last until March 9th. Let's check out this season's format. The teams will go through 2 phases before arriving at the final. A total of 32 teams will participate, who will break down into 2 groups of 16 teams each. Phase 1 will begin from the 17th of February. 18 matches will be played for 6 days by each group. By the end of Phase 1, the top 3 teams in each pool will qualify for the finals. The last 3 teams in each group will be disqualified, and teams from 4th to 13th position in each group will advance to the second phase of the competition. The second phase will involve 20 teams. These teams will split up into 5 groups of 4 teams each. 20 games will be played in the 5-day round robin. The second phase will begin on the 23rd of February and last until the 2nd of March. In the end, the top 10 teams in the standings will advance to the finals, and the remaining 10 teams will be disqualified. And that's how we'll end up with our 16 finalist teams. The finals will last 4 days from March 6th to March 9th. Only one team will emerge victorious and dethrone the reigning champions Rise of Queens from the last season. Stay tuned to our social media accounts to learn more about PMEWL Season 2. We wish good luck to every team. Show your wonder power. Greetings to the fans of PUBG Mobile. Finally, it's time to kickstart the second season of the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. This time, it's even bigger. We have a whole new format designed to raise the competition level. As the level rises, so does the prize pool. A whopping $4,000 and 200,000 UC will be at stake for the teams to battle it out and claim. On top of that, we also have expanded the participating regions. There will be 4 regions in competition: Western Europe, Turkey, the CIS, and the recently added MENA region. The tournament will officially begin on February 17th and last until March 9th. Let's check out this season's format. The teams will go through 2 phases before arriving at the final. A total of 32 teams will participate, who will break down into 2 groups of 16 teams each. Phase 1 will begin from the 17th of February. 18 matches will be played for 6 days by each group. By the end of Phase 1, the top 3 teams in each pool will qualify for the finals. The last 3 teams in each group will be disqualified, and teams from 4th to 13th position in each group will advance to the second phase of the competition. The second phase will involve 20 teams. These teams will split up into 5 groups of 4 teams each. 20 games will be played in the 5-day round robin. The second phase will begin on the 23rd of February and last until the 2nd of March. In the end, the top 10 teams in the standings will advance to the finals, and the remaining 10 teams will be disqualified. And that's how we'll end up with our 16 finalist teams. The finals will last 4 days from March 6th to March 9th. Only one team will emerge victorious and dethrone the reigning champions Rise of Queens from the last season. Stay tuned to our social media accounts to learn more about PMEWL Season 2. We wish good luck to every team. Show your wonder power. Greetings to the fans of PUBG Mobile. Finally, it's time to kickstart the second season of the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. This time, it's even bigger. We have a whole new format designed to raise the competition level. As the level rises, so does the prize pool. A whopping $4,000 and 200,000 UC will be at stake for the teams to battle it out and claim. On top of that, we also have expanded the participating regions. There will be 4 regions in competition: Western Europe, Turkey, the CIS, and the recently added MENA region. The tournament will officially begin on February 17th and last until March 9th. Let's check out this season's format. The teams will go through 2 phases before arriving at the final. A total of 32 teams will participate, who will break down into 2 groups of 16 teams each. Phase 1 will begin from the 17th of Every time I am muted, I do apologize. I will try and fix that. But we are back after a very short little break there. We're going to be getting into Miramar very shortly. But yeah, Majesty, we're looking at some pretty interesting teams coming in here. Of course, we will be losing Group D for this Miramar game. So we will not be seeing ARG Angels, Bonfire Esports, Team 812, or Gangster Girls in this match. Now, having said that, Majesty predictions.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the introduction of Infinite and Respect Esports, Virtual Gaming, and K-Race Infinite. It's the first time we're going to see them. So I wasn't sure. I'm not sure to pick someone from Group E. Do you know what? I'm gonna back Infinite. They've had some support in the chat, so I'm gonna do it. We haven't seen them yet, but I'm gonna back Infinite.
Excellent. All right, I like with that. I think honestly, it's always so difficult, isn't it? Not looking at the zone, it's probably gonna be Gamabasi.
Yeah, it's about time they took a win.
Right?
They took a win, and great start from last game. Those kills, second place. So
exactly.
Yeah,
they're looking good.
Infinite and Gamabasi it is.
I'm super excited about that. I'm also super excited about a couple of little hot drops we're seeing. Picado being the main one up there. There's a few teams up to the north side, but no one's quite at that level to be calling it a hot drop, but Blacklight going to be going over to water treatment. They're going to be alone on this one. But yeah, Picado looking a little busy with 2 teams there. One of them being Dagestan. I'm not sure who the other one was, but it is definitely a team. I love that parachute. That is an amazing parachute. I believe that's the blood. Is that the Blood Raven Exuit parachute?
Possibly. I wasn't paying attention to the parachute. I'm afraid I didn't quite see it, as Purple's gone down very quickly to Satanova of Dagestan. She's way out there in the open. Yep, over here. And already, Picado, we're going straight for it. And looks like Dagestan are not going to mess around. She's got Nada coming in, though, for support, trying to cover, get some sort of revive happening, because you don't want to lose Purple. We know how valuable she is, but also Dagestan won't want to miss out on this these early eliminations.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. So Gamabasi were the team that did hot drop here, but it looks like they kind of don't want any part of that hot drop. They didn't think they would have any of them, and Dagestan kind of surprised them a little bit, but now they're in a world of hurt as they've tried to move away. Purple did go down there, but Rose really not having any of it, as you said. They're going straight for this.
Yeah, Rose, no vest, no helmet.
Yeah.
She is not bothered. We've got one knock, and I want this this point. And it's actually pushed Gamibasi back. You can see the two of them there have fallen back, just leaving Nada still down there with, there we go, Purple bleeds out and is eliminated.
Is indeed. What a blow for Gamabasi right off the start. But you know what? There's a lot. They got a good team of fraggers there, so hopefully they'll be still be able to do something, even though Purple is out of there. And it's an extra point for Dawn. A great look at an early point for them. They're going to be quite happy with that. At least one more point on the board for them. And of course, at stage in the game, every single point matters, because there's a lot of teams with only 1, 2, 3 points coming into this game. So that extra point is actually going to separate them quite a lot while everybody sorts out where they want to be placed.
Yeah, those early points in the game kind of give you a little bit of a boost and a bit of confidence as you're going into the later stages. But just while we see everybody looting up there, if you haven't done so already, I'm mixing words again. Do go and check out our sponsors, Catchy Shop there. Great deals on your game top-ups. They are trusted by millions of gamers around the world with discounts and promotions. So you'll always find a great deal with Catchy Shop. You can use multiple payment methods to purchase items with them on both Android and iOS devices. So if you do need more UC, it's time to visit Catchy Shop.
Excellent notion. I agree with that statement. Go ahead and grab what you can while you can. Wait for these teams to loot on up and head on out. We are seeing Humble Dolls. Here they are. Full squad still up way to the north side here. Just moving into zone as they loot inwards. So they're looking quite comfortable at this point in time. I don't know how long that will last. We did see several teams up to the north side. I think at least 2 others that are at a more northern than Humble here. So we could see some of those teams start to trickle down this area and give Humble a little bit of a run for their money, potentially. Could see some action coming in here, but Humble, if they play the cards right, they should have a good handle on this area. This is their normal loot spot, so they'll know this area in like the back of their hand, and it should be all good. But yeah, could see some action coming through here. Potentially not, though. This could be very, very easy for them to face, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see where all the other teams are on that map and which direction we're going to be headed as next zone comes in. Any direction, who knows? We've still got a good 2.5 minutes though before we see that, and everyone's still just that early fight there from Picado, but it's very quiet at the moment. The calm before the storm.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to get very stormy here soon enough, but it needs preparation for that level of intensity. You need some prep. So, Gamabasi, knowing that all too well with losing purple, but they're over by El Pozo here. So they've made quite the trek over from Picado, moving all the way over to El Pozo over here. And they are in zone, so they can sit quite comfortably here for a while before they really have to do anything. So this is a nice relaxing area for them. They can just regroup a little bit. Nads from Blacklight is going to, I don't know, fall out of a vehicle or down a cliff, something like that. But we do have one. Yep, it is going to be a vehicle. She jumped out as it went over a hill, I think. And yeah, that's going to be a revive. Very nicely done. But we do get one to start off the phase 2.
That's it, the first casualty. Love to see it. And it goes to Blacklight.
It does.
It probably won't be the last, it'll be the first of many. There we go, KOS Inferno. Just watching them rotating out there, and Delicia firing off those warning shots.
Yeah, it is indeed, and that's all they're going to be at the moment, warnings. There's not much else they can do here. Blacklight wanted no part of it, so they're just going to have to sit tight in this area. Is this that small compound next to Hacienda? I believe it is. Armed Family, now is a team that really need to have a good year. They went out in last place with 0 points in the Erangel, so they're looking to do a little bit of catching up here. It's not too big a deal. I mean, you really do want to do some catching up at the start of any given point phase, because everybody's kind of slow points. So the one could put you right back up at the top. So no real worry here, but yeah, our family are going to want to have a pretty decent game here, at least to make up for that Erangel.
Yeah, same goes for Far Voice Gaming, surprisingly from them, no points as well. But yeah, of course, only the first game, plenty more to go, plenty more days, and like we saw last night and the night before in those final not day one, but final phase 1 days, you can climb up that leaderboard on the last day and make it through. So, and yeah, especially with them, we're only going to lose half the lobby. Well, I say only, but that means top 10 go through this time rather than top 3.
Right.
So as much as you have more chance of being eliminated, you also have more spots there up for grabs, and top 10. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about some of those teams too much just yet. I'm sure they're not worried about it either, with plenty of days to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, another 4 days after this, so it's a games coming there. They should be good to go. No one's going to be worrying just yet, but a few might start worrying about the game in particular. We start to see a lot of crowding going over onto that southern side, and several more teams having to make their way in. You got Besiktas on that southeast side, and then 3 teams on the southwest side. So it'll be very interesting coming into this, third phase coming in here. We could be seeing a lot of action very quickly. Starting off, though, is going to be End Armed Family.
Just over towards Graveyard. Now, Kilfie, we have KYS Inferno with a knock. So, 1 down for them as well. So 1 apiece, and Vias just switching to them now. So the first time we're seeing KYS tonight. It's obviously missing the last game. And our first game winners, I've got that right, haven't I? It was Vias.
Yes, it was Vias.
Won that first game. As KYS going to push into this little building now. Dark has gone down though, and I think there's only I don't know is it Reno or RNO or what's the pronunciation of our last player here for Vias? I'm not quite sure. Maybe you will be better than me with these names.
I honestly, I'm in the same boat as you. I've been calling her Reno. If anybody would like to correct me on that, please do go ahead. But I've just been calling her Reno there. But Talia, we can say that one if she goes down.
Yeah, Vendetta down as well. Talia eliminated. Fate Esports, a duo now with Armed Family, looking to pick up those points back from their first game. And I don't know if that's like Illy, ILY, I love you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this one either, so we're gonna have to just guess. I keep saying ILY and then I forget. I'm going to say Illy for now. Just
Yeah.
call it Illy until anybody wants to let us know what it is. But there you go. She has gone down as well. I mean, Bassi Nada
Oh.
in an explosion or a drop or something as Dahuha is going to fall back there for Fate.
Oh dear. Loina, the solo, all of a sudden, as they go up against Far Voice Gaming, and not even really go up against. They're all the way down there, but now it is going to be a go up against. Loina's just going to have to skedaddle. That full team is rushing in, so she has very little time to get out of there. Is she even going to make it? It is very close.
Far Voice Gaming came
Ooh,
very
just.
quickly for that, but they went straight for the knocked
Yeah.
player and didn't keep traveling. Maybe I think they maybe should have left one or two of their players in their vehicles to kind of go a little bit further and not just all stop there. Maybe try to make a flank. They would have seen her drive off and then they could have given chase if they wanted to.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely could have done. Looks like Fate Duha, she's going to just kind of eavesdrop on the next fight happening. Of course, Bezik is moving up against Arm Family. Now, this is a sandwich because Arm Family were very focused on Fate a second ago, but they've run it, and now Bezik.
Sia there was in the perfect position to get her first elimination for this game and for Besiktas. And they've got a nice advantage up there on the top as we're back to it. And looks like they're spreading out around Graveyard as well.
Yes, they are. A great rotation coming in from Besiktas. They're nice flanks on that eastern side. But Duhua, she's still there. And I think Dizzy knows that, but isn't really paying too much attention to that. So she's actually able to just stick around for a little while. That could be catastrophic for Arm Family in the end, but we'll just have to see how that one goes. As Far Voice Gaming now having some issues. Lisa going down at the hands of Dagestan, it looks like.
Yeah, as they just travel past Dagestan here, and I think Rose's vehicle caught fire or a crash or damage or something, and then Dagestan did first for the point as Fate, the solo Dahua, takes down Alina back over at Graveyard. And there we go, we'll go out there. Actually, the first team to be eliminated.
That is true. That is true. And we're just starting to see, again, this is the trend. Faction explodes suddenly in stage 3. This is how this is really going to be going here for phase 2, Majesty. I kind of like it. It gives us a little time to chit chat, and then we really get into some exciting stuff around the mid part of the game. So Dagestan on 2 defeats right now, but Arm Family do go out over there in the church area. Besiktas grabbing 3 of those kills. I think that was a nicely timed push there by Besiktas after Fate's 1 knock on to Arm Family, I think there. So Besiktas doing that quite well, timing it with the zone as well. So now they have a spot inside zone. They've got free reign here.
Yeah, it's a shame for that solo from Fate too. I thought maybe with the distraction of Besiktas, using those little dips there and that the advantage that she had where she was down there, she might have been able to pull away a little bit around them using that cover, but she decided to stay and she got a knock. But unfortunately, both of those teams will be eliminated as Besiktas now going down to KYS Inferno.
Yes, indeed, and we're just going to be watching Respect now, looking at Vias, or trying to look at Vias, because that zone is there. We've got 40 seconds until the zone starts coming in. Teams are going to be trying to make a little bit of an early rotation, just a little bit ahead of zone there. Respect being one of those. But we're not seeing much in general. That zone has gone down to the south side, southwest side looks like. As Athena goes down, not sure how she managed that. I think they've gotten... Oh, it's the play zone. Keeps grabbing Athena there. And is that KYS being able to make those shots?
Yeah, it looks
like she goes out.
Yeah, it looks like they might zone keep a little bit here as Yield is trying to make her way in with the van. KYS up on the hilltop there, you can see now Face it trying to get some damage. She doesn't get enough and Aqua will knock her first. So Besiktas in a lot of trouble right now as next zone is shifted away from them. They've got 300 meters to go. maybe all they can do is try and revive, jump back in their vehicles if they're usable, and just try and drive in the opposite direction if they can.
Yeah, quite literally. I mean, at this point, it would be more viable. I mean, those vehicles are looking very dead, though, but if they weren't, it'd be more viable to try and go around by Picado. But honestly, the zone, it took out Athena very, very quickly, so I don't know how strong that zone actually is. They may be very stuck there. We'll have to see. But we are looking, yeah, Fiever going down there as well. They're going down to the end of Besiktas very soon, at least. But Rook and Infinite are trying to fight this one out for control of Power Grid.
Yep, first time we're seeing Infinite. My prediction, they have lost one player. We can see some nades about to come up shortly as Sonda is going to go down to that Molotov of Dodina. So well thrown Molotov there as Nature just on the outside. She's got two players in front of her. I think one player, Dodina, is right there in the compound. She's going to look for her through the smoke. Can't quite see her though. And teammates coming now, and Nature's going to go down as well. So just getting caught out by those players staying a little bit further out. Logica is now alone because we've already lost Sonda, and will be eliminated there, Rook Eternal, by Infinite. So they lose one player, but take those kill points from Rook.
Wow, very nicely done by Infinite, because Rook were looking really good coming into this game. I mean, the Erangel, they got some really nice high kills, and in with that 4th place as well, but just not going to be Miramar, a day for Miramar for them, it looks like. Humble as well, very precariously tucked in this little crevice here. It's not going to be the easiest of positions to get out of at all, which they're on the very, very edge. I kind of feel like they're going to have to at some point. Farvoice know that. They're looking, but it's so crowded on this northern side that actually Farvoice can't do a lot without getting taken out by teams behind them.
Yeah, we've still got 34 players in this stage coming in, so now is going to be that part where my throat is going to go, because I've got a lot to talk about with all this action that's happening. The dolls there, Kiki with 2 eliminations. We have a Game Lord across the road there. You can see the purple team zone has shifted away, so they've got 300 meters to go. Also, who is the orange team? Farvoice Gaming there as well, I think the duo. So a couple of teams here going to fight outside of this zone. Amber's going to go down to Clotho. Infinite coming up behind Game Lord, and Amber has gone out to Alice there. So Game Lord, I think they're a trio now, so they just lost that one player. As Infinite coming for a, can't even say third party, because it's probably about a 4th or a 5th party there from behind. The rest of Game Lord now gonna try and relocate themselves straight into this next zone instead of continuing that fight. And Oreo is gonna throw this Molotov onto the dolls. Can she get anything from this? Yeah, not quite though. And Caramelia is ready with the buggy. Let's go to zone real quick before everybody else gets there, because there's still a lot of players to come through. We're going to drive straight past Dagestan. We're going to go into the path of Game Lord. And where will she find herself in this zone? Explosion off Meow to eliminate Virtual Gaming Squad there.
I mean, what a run from Farvoice. Honestly, I love that Molotov they put on, even though it didn't really hit them, it did make them hesitate. It had to stop them for a split second, and that allowed Farvoice to actually gain some ground back there. But they are getting taken out by KYS, just Oreo left now. As Infinite go out, that's surprising. They were looking good, but KYS just snuck up behind them. That's going to be your prediction out there, Majesty.
Gone. Yes, very sad.
I know.
Anyway, KYS there with 9 eliminations. So first game for these guys, and 9 eliminations so far, with still a lot of players in front of them to grab some more.
Yes, indeed. I mean, looking very, very good here. Very strong coming into this. I mean, we saw it last night, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, last night. They were doing some really, really good things, really coming into their own. They did make it out of the bottom 3, and they are really continuing that momentum through into tonight. So looking very, very good for them. Because, let me just verify this very, very quickly. Were they in Group E? No, yes, they were. So this is their first game of the night. Oh, and there goes my pick. But that's the first game of the night. They're coming in very, very strong.
Yeah, Blacklight, they've kind of been a little bit quiet to the start of this game, but here they are now. 4 eliminations as respect. They're just confirmed eliminated. Top 5 now. We've got Blacklight, KYS, Dagestan still in this game actually with a full team. Just on that edge of zone, you can see the light blue coloured team. And Far Voice Gaming, a solo Game Lord. Sirens still have 2 players in this. We're into top 5 as Far Voice unfortunately go out there in 5th place. So a couple of well, we've got 3 squads here, 3 full squads and a duo of Game Lord Sirens. 2 kills
looking very
for
good.
Diavla there, just keeping an eye on the team outside of her. That is Dagestan there and KYS that she's got in between them. Can she get anything? I thought she might have had some damage on Aqua there, but she takes a lot in return. Obviously, they've got a full team down there with sights on her. So she had no choice but to dip back down there, not risk that. And I wonder if they're just going to run with that buggy and try and find somewhere to go, because that name from Nazo lands on 2-4. Diablo will go down there to Delicia and Ellie. Has she got time to revive this? Are KYS Inferno gonna push? They've got Blacklight to focus on as well, though, as well as getting into the zone. They're still not quite in the zone either. It is Blacklight who have gone. Dagestan have gone into the zone as well, leaving KYS and Game Lord just outside. It looks like. Where are we? Dagestan. Yeah, it looks like they're rotating right in front of the duo of Game Lord. She's had time, I think, to get that revive picked back up on her teammate, and they need to go to zone very, very quickly.
This is such a difficult zone coming into this. KYS going to be keeping a lot of tabs over there on GLD, but they can't do a whole lot because they do have Blacklight right there. But Dagestan at the same time have most of the zone. They are going to try and gatekeep as many teams as possible. And I think, honestly, Game Lord really have the short end of the stick. I like the rotation she's trying to do there. Just grabbing any kind of spot she can, going straight through Dagestan on that mini-map. Oh my goodness.
She crashed. She's crashed and she's eliminated herself.
Oh no!
She went straight behind them. She's very bold, went for it. Unfortunately, looks like a vehicle accident, and she's eliminated herself there. But she doesn't give a point away. So there's consolation. And there we go. Delicia goes down to 1 tap. We've got Dagestan against Blacklight, because I think KYS just being eliminated right now. So we've got 2 teams, Blacklight and Dagestan. It's a 4v4. We don't often see this as our final 2 teams. It's normally, a solo and a squad, or 2v3, but 4v4. What a treat we have right now. This is Nads is going to be the first player to go down there. Dagestan with that first knock. Who is in our zone? It is Dagestan who are moving into that zone to control it, as 1 tap just focusing on the knocked player there outside the zone, and I think they're all going to head for this zone and just zone keep them basically, and that would be a smart move, just moving in. Malak jumping, you can see her there. I think Blacklight are going to be a little bit of trouble here because Dagestan have this zone now. Do they have the vehicle capability to push themselves in? 1 tap has really gone for it, just running in the open there. She's gone prone though. She's going to go a nade first. She's got 2 in front of her. Amy there, you can see, has knocked Rose, her teammate, behind her. Nads has gone down to Bazumi. 1 tap still trying to throw these onto Amy. Got a lot of damage. She's very, very low, so 1 more would take her out. Can she be accurate? Does she know she's moved? That nade could possibly see the end of Amy there. It does. She does go down. She's got some more nades to throw because she's aiming for Malak this time. The vehicle is gone. That nade is very accurate. That could have just win the game right now. There we go. And a great final effort there from Dagestan. And was it 1 tap we were spectating there? I think it was 1 tap there.
Was it 1 tap?
I think so. I was watching the action but trying to think of who we were actually spectating. But, she did a great effort on her own with her teammates behind her with the backup, and Dagestan are going to win Miramar game 2.
I mean, that was such a great game. Great plays from both teams, honestly. KYS did what they could to try and wrap around and get as much ground as possible, but Dagestan just had more control of the area. And yeah, with that one player coming up and throwing those nades, she put so much pressure on them. They couldn't even really pop up to take any shots. So, very, very well controlled by Dagestan in the end. 16 eliminations. That's a double whammy. Erangel and Miramar, both teams have had 16 eliminations for a total of 26 points. So looking very consistent across the board already.
Yeah, 16 eliminations again.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, well, Sanhok's next, so I expect probably that's going to carry on, and that
Yep.
might be the theme for the night. With those 26 total points and 14 for KYS in their
Mm-hmm.
first game tonight, with 9 eliminations though, and then you got 7 from Blacklight,
Mm-hmm.
good from them as well, and Game Lord picking up 6 points there with those 2 eliminations. Infinites
Mm-hmm.
also first time we saw them, and
Mm-hmm.
just getting those points all from their eliminations there. 6.
Yeah. Yeah, looking very nice for Infinite as well. And Fire Voice with those 5 Arm Family getting some points on the board this time round. Interestingly, though, if we just skip over to the bottom of the table, Vias getting no points this round after that big win on Erangel, 0 points going their way. So that means now that Dagestan are tied for that first place already. So it's already crazy.
Well, Dagestan probably won't be tied now. They'll be ahead of them, I
Mm.
presume, because they did get some points in Erangel, and
Oh, you're right, they did.
there is our most eliminations. I think it was one tap we were spectating spectating at the
Yeah,
end
I
there
think so.
as Dagestan take 1, 2, and 3 top
Mm.
eliminations there in the end.
Yeah, very, very, very even across the teams. They're all bringing their best foot forward here. KYS Delicia as well with that 4, and then 3 at the end there as well. So looking pretty good. And here we go. These are the correct bar graphs this time around. We do have Dagestan and then KYS, but actually KYS doing a lot of damage for those 9 kills.
Yeah, putting in the work. First game coming out,
Mm-hmm.
ready to play. Blacklight as well,
Yeah.
with that high damage. And then some good damage from most of these teams. Only a couple there that didn't manage to get any.
Yeah.
Gimme Bassi, I'm surprised. No damage from them. None at
Oh,
all.
no damage at all.
Um,
Wow, that's
that's
very
surprising.
surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, from those girls. And who else do we have? We've got quite a few teams there putting in some damage, but not managing
Mm-hmm.
to get an elimination or only
Mm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, big stats from those first 3 teams there.
Oh, and we get our first overall. So yeah, you are right. Dagestan into that first place with 32 points, but Via's not far behind with those 26. And yeah, I'm just looking very, very at 16, Blacklight at 19. So looking still pretty. It's kind of null and void a lot of these because it's so early on. Anything could happen at this point in time. We will know a little bit more about how this group is, or this phase rather, is shaping up at the end of the day. But so far, looking pretty good all the way around. Very even.
Yeah, great start. 2 games down, 3
Mm-hmm.
more to go with our everybody's favorite Sanhok. Probably not the player's favorite,
Yes.
but definitely
Probably not. No.
our favorite Sanhok coming up next.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're gonna love this one coming in here because these girls, they've been bringing some fire the last two games, and so I'm ready for Sanhok bring it a little bit more. But we are going to be going into a little break there. While we're in break, don't forget there will be a link in chat with a nice outfit for you guys to grab, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the Wonder League. We have two exciting games here this evening, and we are about to jump into our game of Sanhok. Now, let me just update you guys that let's see, Group D will yes, and A will break for this Sanhok. So we will see the return of ARG Angels, Bonfire, Team 812, Gangster Girls. We'll be saying goodbye to Far Voice, Gemibasi, Gamelord Sirens, and Rook Eternal. They will not be joining us here for that Sanhok game coming up. With in mind, Majesty, I think we need to do some predictions very quickly before we get into game.
Yeah, I didn't have to think as hard for this one. I'm going straight in with Besiktas for Sanhok.
Nice.
Yeah, we see them often fighting. I'm a bit nervous because they like to fight in the blue zone with loads of teams, but I've backed them before and they've won Sanhok, so I'm gonna go for them again this time.
Excellent. Yeah, I like that. I'm unsure who came second in that. That was Blacklight, I believe. Gamelord as well, but Gamelord aren't in this one. Vias. You know, I'm gonna go with Humble Dolls for this one. They do generally pretty well on Sanhok, and they were looking pretty good moving into the Miramar as well. Just kind of got out a little bit, so I think I'm gonna go with them for this one.
Nice. And if you are in the chat as well, give us your predictions because I think me and Neptune need a little bit of help today. Neither of us have got one right yet, but we say that there was how many games in phase 1, and I only managed to predict 5 out of all of those games.
Honestly,
so it's hard.
It is hard. Honestly, 5 is such a good number at the times that, you know, you see casters do, you know, try and predict and they don't get that many at all. So I think you were on a roll there. So well done. You, but Blacklight.
Put me in with the professionals then, Neptune. Let me see what their stats are like.
Absolutely. You give them a run for their money, that's for sure.
Straight into Heart 10 with Blacklight. Are they with ARG Angels? They are ARG Angels making their return as their Hofer goes down first there to Nads. Clara, we can see. And of course, I still haven't forgotten about Clara's squad wipe from phase 1. So we know what she's capable of. So Blacklight just got to not get too excited here.
Yeah, very true indeed. Although she does go down as well, so that's going to Blacklight a little bit. They're going to have to be very scary, how's the word, kind of clever with. And ARG is split up at the moment, so that's going to be helpful. Clara just over their own. It's going to be very interesting. Blacklight going to have to play this because ARG, they are very spread out, but they really are moving very strategically. You can see the bigs coming up around them. And Blacklight could get surrounded quickly, but Clara is going to be going down first, so I don't think there's going to be that much coming through for her. No, down she goes, taking care of another one over there, so it's just Rowan left.
Yeah, and Blacklight were not wasting any time. They really chased Clara down, really on the hunt, pushed her all the way back, and then the flanking player also got spotted, so that didn't quite pay off. And I think it's just Rowan that is left for ARG, and yeah, full squad of Blacklight will be hunting her down as well. I don't know if she's going to be able to fall back. It looks like she's trying. She's got a little bit of a distance there. She's gone straight into the sea. Probably the wisest decision.
Yeah.
And just trying to swim around the map and pop up elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree with that. They tried to do what they generally do. Try that kind of around, try and get a little bit of a surround sound on them. Unfortunately, just didn't work. Blacklight knew they were up to something. They knew what theirs were, and they shut it effectively there. So have to see how they're on in the game. But it is going to be Bonfire and Armed Family to head right now.
Yeah, another team landing together, and we're not wasting any time in Sanhok, are we today? With just the one Sanhok as Freeps there. That nade's going to come flying onto Kumsal. She's got plenty of time though. She's pulling away from that, but Armed Family there with a 2-2 split as well. So and Goksu is making one hell of a flank around the back of Armed Family there. So watch out to those two players because she is coming from far.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, Futaba has gone down the ruins area. 812 and Via coming into Cream, just trying to very, very quietly, and I think that's a disengage from these two teams.
Yeah, looks like Anissa wants to just well, they've got the zone though, so they can just maybe sit around the edges here, get that bit of high ground up this hill, and see if they've got a better position. But there you go, they're actually coming up behind Arm Family as well, as Dizzy goes down to Nilsu. I think that's 2 down for Goksu is down for Bonfire, sorry, and Talia down as well, so 2 down for Arm's Family at the moment. Freeps has got it all to do over there. It looks like one player could be going for revive. Goksu is thirsted there by Freeps, so picks up that elimination point. Nilsu coming around to Alina just behind our wall. That jump shot coming up gives away her exact location, and Nilsu knows she's behind this wall. What do we have? She's got the, looks like, I think she's got an Uzi there. So that is dangerous, Alina. That Uzi comes out around. Let's take out Alina. And a quick thirst there for Bonfire getting their first elimination. Nilsu, where are we? Freeps looks like she wants to pull back a little bit. She's the last one up now, as Dizzy and Taya are down. And I don't know if she's got any chance of... well, it looks like she might be going for a long flank to try and revive Taya. But be careful, because is that 812 across the river? There is a team on the right. Yeah, she's run all that way around. She's going to get Taya, but watch out, because there is a squad on the other side. She's got to make a decision. Who's she going to revive first? She needs to get one of them. She can't get both. It looked like she was debating for a second, but Dizzy there will bleed out.
Yeah, that's a shame for Arm Family. Bonfire doing some really, really good work there, getting that surround on them. Goksu, remember, was that big flank that we just saw trying to move up around Arm Family, and she did get taken out. She couldn't really help them, but at the same time, it was an action for the rest of Bonfire to get all in their business. So, unfortunately for Bonfire, they don't eliminate the team. They will have with 2 nations, but Arm losing 2, but get to continue on for another day with feet on board right now. So it's like boot camp's actually fairly free, if I'm seeing that correctly. Perhaps not, but could be a nice spot for them. I mean, it's big enough where they kind of rattle around out there. You're not going to see too much how Humble are over there. So not a good idea from that immediately. And looks like they're going to be going to the trifecta instead.
Yeah, and look at this for 812. She's they're just on the other side of the rock, and she just gave her time to revive. I don't know what happened there, Anissa. She just let them revive on the opposite side of the rock, and whether she must have known, I presume. But that is Manifest. No, Manifest will not be on her own, because she is quickly eliminated, and that is 812, our first team out in Sanhok.
Wow, very. I wrapped you here because we got action everywhere.
Yeah, straight down to Respect and Fate Esports. It's what's going on in Sanhok. We haven't seen this in the bigger map so far, but Sanhok is going off. She's going to go in with this nade onto. I'm going to go with Illy. Not enough on there, and Sailing is going to get picked up real quick. Get back up to full strength. Just hold this building down. Fate just on the opposite side there. Also, look, what are they trying to do? Let's have a look. Dahuha just a little bit further out on top. You can just see the silhouette there, as Sailing is going for this healer. Who else do we have? KYS Inferno also making their way down, but they look very spread out as well. 24 is heading far from her team, having a look around. A bit of a 2-2 there for KYS, as Dahuha looks like Dahuha's that player. Yeah, there we go. A little bit further out from her teammates, going for that flank around Respect here, and they could possibly run straight in here. She's going to go with a nade first, because they're all in that one building. If we get a couple of them all together, there we go. She spots them through the window, takes down Seren, and she hasn't got any more nades. I think she does have a Molotov there she could throw if she could get that onto any of them, and she is going to go with it. Dynasty could be in trouble there. I think she can hide in that corner a little bit as the flames burn, and gonna fall back and get this revive up.
Are indeed, but I think that was KYS grabbing Illy, grabbing that knock, I think, over the top of the hill. I'm not sure that was risked from this angle. Not sure what happened there, but potentially having some big... Oh wait, no, it is Caddy on Illy there. Okay, do have those kinds of angles. Interesting. Okay, so Caddy, they're not quite inside, all of them inside those buildings, rather. They've got a nice flank around on the outside as well. So Fate, all of a sudden, down just one.
Yeah, it looks like they made their way out and were able to flank around. And now Shaden is going to burn up. That's going to damage her health a lot, but she's still alive. And Dynasty is going to come around there and finish her off. And so we lose Fate Esports there in 15th.
It did, and it was a very well returned fight there from who was it? From that team there, looking very, very nice indeed. I mean, it's a very low area, very low, really hard to play from when you got a team on top of you like that. So well done to come back fighting like that and actually end up winning that. So GG's. But look a bit busy now.
Yeah, we've got Gangster Girls here. We can see Vias there, the nade going out from Xena, gets that lovely knock. That was a great knock actually from Gal there. As teammates trying to come in, she gets a little bit more damage. She's got the pan. She's going with the pan. Oh, she's having fun with it. She goes for the pan. Her teammate was there to get the knock though and save her, and risked it all there for the cheeky pan hits.
I know. It's me. There we go. Getting rid of a couple of players there, but Amy, she's just.
She's they're looking for her. She spots Vendetta first, but teammate was there. In fact, no, Reds. Was it Reds that just took out Amy there actually of Dolls?
Oh,
so
possibly.
Dolls are somewhere because Reem is going to steal it back though and thirst her. But I'm sure that was a Dolls player. You can see them just to the left in boot camp, closer to boot camp there. I'm sure they got that knock, but was stolen by Vias in the end in row 1. Now solo for the Gangster Girls with the duo with Vias in front of her. No, because Xena's coming. Oh, I thought Xena was... Oh, I mistaken the vehicle sign as she was not, but she wasn't. She was just driving there, and she's got a teammate, thankfully.
Oh, and it's one of those things where only they knew, right? Reem is alone. She's in the middle of a revive. That had been a push out very, very certainly, but no, it is going to be them up to 2. And I got 6 kills on board right now for Vias, so they're beat again after that initial win.
Yeah, they're coming back from that 0 points as row 1 goes down at first. Xena now with it all to do. They missed that first opportunity, and now it's going to be a 2v1 in favour of Vias this time instead. As it looks like they're making their way to row 1. Not going to give them a chance to get any revive up, and Xena there eliminated as well. So Gangster Girls out in 14th. Quickly going over to a boot camp, Armed Family and the Dolls. They're just on the hill heading towards Paradise, but we're going to have a quick look right now at Livion Eternity.
We are in. Honestly, this is. I like what they're doing here. We did see them on the edge of all that action over by boot camp, but you know what? They've decided it's not for them. They would rather keep squads. So now in position to do so. It's nice to see them actually making move along with the blue. Just get out of there, get ahead of all these teams fighting and squab, and just get to that zone to potentially get a gatekeep position here, because they got 300 meters and Humble's right behind them, so it's not going to be easy for them either, but it is time to get going. So yeah, it's nice to see that teams are trying to get ahead of the squads, but Respect trying to put a little bit of a wrench in the works.
Yeah, there's Honey here. Got to make way now. 200 meters right in front of Besiktas. First time seeing Besiktas in this map, and of course Respect there, the duo. So who is who is the orange? I think that's Besiktas there.
Yeah.
That is just to Livion's right-hand side, heading for zone. There we go. Athena takes down Radius first. So Anylight and Honey now rethinking their direction that they want to try and get into this zone. Not even going to try and go for a revive and help out, just straight redirect. Let's go a different way because that is a little bit busy over there. The full team of Besiktas is watching them make their way in.
It looks like the zone has the side over to the Quarry side, which we see Virtual Gaming Squad having moved to set themselves up. A team that we haven't seen all that yet so far today. Excuse me, but they got 1 point on the board so far. Yeah, they did miss the Erangel, but they were back and out very early indeed. So I do see them still here, still ready, and actually positioned quite nicely for the rest of that zone, the rest of those teams to start coming on in. So we might be some points from them this time.
Yeah, and I think Livion did actually get that revive. The one player flanked away for a new path to zone, while the other player did actually risk it and go for the revive, and it looks like they got the player back up, as we just see Kiki go down there for the dolls. With Armed Family there, trying to keep Armed Family out in that blue zone, as Kiki is eliminated by Taya and Sophia now. Can she get a win for Neptura on her own?
I know, I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Especially on Sanhok to be a solo. She's trying to gatekeep Armed Family though, which is helping her with that. I think Armed Family is just down to the solo now, I believe. Can't quite say. Yes, down to that solo. But there is Vias over there as she's got teams everywhere. They all see her, don't they?
Oh, she's doing so well to still be alive now, but don't stop there. I thought she'd pause for a second. Don't stop, because Vias right in that compound. Switching quickly over back to Quarry with Virtual Gaming Squad. I saw Bonfire get a knock onto Besiktas over there. She's still down at the moment, so hasn't had a chance to be revived. Infinite were in a little bit of trouble as well, and there we go. We do lose the dolls in 13th place. Honey going down to Respect, so Respect still dealing the damage, and Infinite Alice going back down to Dagestan, I believe. Yep, eliminated by one tap, as Honey also goes down, I think. Livion in a little bit of trouble over there, as Bonfire just eliminated by Besiktas. Was that while I was just talking about the other teams? Oh no, there's one left. Kumsal, one left there, and I thought they were actually doing the damage on Besiktas, but Besiktas managing to stand strong, and hopefully she's got enough time here to get her teammate back up, and ARG Angels taking down Rose there. Jodina down to Bazumi, so Dagestan have ARG Angels contesting their spots as well. There Rowan goes down to Satanova, but we're looking at Dynasty now of Respect, just outside of our zone. That zone is kind of horrible, not gonna lie. That's a horrible one, as Besiktas feeling the pressure now from a couple of teams. ARG Angels will go out in wealth. KYS, Radius there, Livion going down to the play zone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like you said, that's not a great zone. Well, it's interesting to see teams like Respect actually go inside it. Usually teams avoid it like the plague, but I don't think Respect really had any other choice there. And with 6 kills on the board at the moment, they're looking pretty good. Even if they do, they should be okay. But looking at that team number up there, they need 2 more teams before them to actually be in those placement points as well. So just keep an eye on Besiktas. Besiktas in a world to hurt. It's a little bit more down onto the south side. Satanova being the only one still standing for Dagestan, so she's going to be trying to move as Besiktas do in fact get eliminated. So 1 more team and Respect can go out safely.
Yeah, that's both of our teams out. Both of our predictions out, so we're not having a good start to day 1. But these girls certainly are, as Celine will go down though to Aqua, and there's only two full teams in KYS and Virtual Gaming Squad, 2 full squads left in Sanhok out of all these teams. As Blacklight pushing into zone now, just eliminating Gangster Girls there, and Meow. Virtual Gaming Squad has gone down. Vendetta is down for Bias. Everybody is getting knocked right now. KYS look like they're sitting strong at the moment.
They are. They really are. Virtual Gaming Squad as well. But Blacklight really impressed with that push down into zone, looking very, very nice, very strong of them as well as a duo. 6 defeats on their side. Has off. It is not on their side. KYS is now looking to be a little between a couple of teams there, but we're already down to just 4 teams. Armed Family, Blacklight, KYS, and a Virtual Gaming Squad. I mean, this is a great turn of events here. We got a couple of full teams coming through here, although Hazel say no to KYS having any sort of, we'll have to see, but nice move in to zone as KYS are already in zone, so that's nice to see as well. And is that Armed Family just out in the middle, just heal stratting here?
I maybe, because I can only see there's only 3 colors there on the mini map. So wherever she's, I think it's Taya that's left in.
Yes.
But yeah, she's not quite there you go. She's taken out Danaz though of Blacklight, so she's coming from behind somewhere to keep the pressure on, and maybe waiting till the last second to make a run for it. Who knows? But Delicia, they're trying to keep Virtual Gaming Squad where they are right now, but they've got a nice little bit where they're actually behind that wall. But that also means they can't get any shots fired, because as soon as they stand up, they will have eyes on Taya there, just eliminated by Blacklight in 4th place.
Oof! What a shot that was. My goodness.
Kai does pop up, takes down Delicia. Plenty of time and coverage for KRS Inferno to get that revive though. Can they get into zone? Well, they're just on the edge of zone, but can they dominate and push in and keep everybody else from moving in? Because it is with them, as Hazel was the first one to go down there, closest to that. But 24, lovely spot from Meow. How she's managed, that must be headshots, because I couldn't even see 24's head through that sight there. So it must have been right on the money on her head, and she will be eliminated there. So that leaves Delicia in the sights of Meow next. I believe just a duo from them. It is Kowalski's there. Hazel just there Kowalski gets that kill, and Amy sneaking in from Blacklight. They have 8 eliminations, and it's a 40-20% chances there with those statistics, as Kai takes down Kowalski. A solo left, a solo on each. It's a 1v1v1 right now. I believe it's 1 for each team. Delicia's going to make the first move. Don't forget about Amy on the left there. She's proning, she's snaking. Meow just thirsted there, so that leaves Kai against Delicia against Amy. 1v1v1. Here comes Amy. She's popped up first. She knows exactly where Delicia is as she takes down Kai. So it's Amy versus Delicia. And she's going to go in with this nade. Has she put that perfect placement? Not quite enough. Delicia now moving away from that, because she knows where she is. And Amy's going to push down with the UMP with the height advantage. What has she takes that kill of Kowalski there, and where's she gone? She's down there hiding somewhere, and Amy takes the win.
Beautiful. I mean, I just got done saying how hard Sanhok is for a solo, and Amy coming in there just grabbing all those kills for herself. GG's. I think that's going to be a 10 elimination win for Blacklight. That's a great result coming in from Sanhok. What a game. I mean, I think we saw KYS just get a tiny bit tunnel visioned onto Virtual Gaming Squad there. That fight going on. Amy was perfectly placed in the middle of that. She was just let them do their thing and then just edge towards KYS there. Very, very, very well done by Blacklight. GG's.
Yeah, she waited for the right time, and there it is. 20 points, 10 eliminations. The only thing I think there is maybe the KYS Inferno player, Amy pushed her with that nade, so she had to move somewhere.
True.
But I think she might have chosen the wrong way to go. She went down into quarry instead of maybe going the other side where she would have just been in the grass still, and unfortunate there, but well worked from Blacklight Amy for the win.
Very, very well done indeed. I mean, we saw that with the duo of Blacklight there in that final phase, coming down the hill, just eliminating two teams. Those two last solos, I mean, just walking through them, looking very, very confident and very strong indeed. So probably should have seen it coming there, really. But look at the amount of double-digit points we actually have coming in from these teams. 6 teams going into those double digits. So that's very, very nice for a lot of teams here. A great game for many.
Yeah, people picking up points here and there, a few kills, a few placement, and again, we've got this theme of 2 teams with 0, but everyone else managing to get something. And Sanhok's quite kind of an even game from that. It's not as long, and so a lot of these teams were able to get a few eliminations as well along the way. But a big 10. And from Blacklight with 20 points and 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10. So all putting the work in. Sanhok, great game.
Yeah, very good game indeed. And our family there with those 5 eliminations, she did some work as well to Blacklight actually grabbing one of those players. It's nice to see our family get, I think, 11 points. So struggling ever slightly to get those on the board in the last couple of games, but that's a nice little boost considering everybody has how early we are in this phase 2. That's going to be a great boost for them. So that should shoot them up the rankings quite a bit. So nicely done from our family as well.
Yep, and we can't even say halfway to go because we will not have another Sanhok through this phase 2, unfortunately. So that will be the only one we have tonight. So just the 2 bigger maps to look forward to next.
Yep, absolutely. Good angle coming in very shortly. Whoa, that's that is big. Oh my goodness. Everybody doing some work there.
I think this could be the biggest average graph we've seen there, those stats for any game possibly, because that is huge from a lot of teams.
It is.
This is definitely the highest ranging for one game. Look at that. And Blacklight, of course, way up there, but some of these teams not too far behind. Virtual Gaming Squad, not far off. Respect with damage. Bias, Dagestan, what has happened? Because everyone's got mega damage that you would normally see from maybe like the first, second, and only the first maybe 3 teams.
Right, absolutely. No idea what's happened there. That's looking very even across the board. So interesting. We had a great Sanhok for many teams there. Looking into those double-digit points, we are almost at points with Blacklight taking that first spot with 39. But hey, tell you what, Dagestan and Vias are behind, only 3 points between the top 3. But at the moment, for phase 2, of course, the top 10 is what really matters. Top 3. So we're looking at Infinite holding that 10th place there with 10 points, 9 elimination of those 10 points, by the way. So placement point from Infinite. But looking very, very close. I mean, anybody at this point obviously could do it, but it's looking pretty close, pretty nicely even across fronts, really. Everybody's got some points now.
Yeah, a couple of teams pulling away a little bit, but of course only 3 games down, still plenty to come. And of course some of those top teams will be missing at one of these next 2 maps, so a chance for the other teams there to gain those extra points.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we will be going into the very sure that we're going to be heading into a little bit of a break just to calm down from all that action, honestly. Try and get calm again before the wrangle. But while we try and do that and get those teams all set up, the options that you have, you can either go grab the link in chat that will be giving you guys outfit, or you can grab the link in the description and go check out Keiichi Shop for some great game top-ups. So go ahead and do that. We're going to have a small break and we'll be right back.
Lost in space, superhero vibes, so put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it go. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves.
Muted again, for goodness sake. I do.
Are you telling me you were talking again and it was muted? When you...
Oh no. Okay. Oh no.
Well,
Anyway.
you can start your speech again now.
Right. Yes. We're back with the Wonder League. We have 3 games. We only have 2 left now. Wrangle in Miramar. We have the 6. We do have the 5 only for Phase 2. We are going to be losing a group. Who is it? This is the group of B. So we are going to be not seeing Blacklight, Army, Vias, and Humble. None of them participating in this Wrangle. We will have Group A back at it again. So looking interesting. That flight path is very interesting indeed, right down to the south down there. Looking neat. I like this a lot. But will that flight path go up to the north? Will it stay on the south? We'll have to see. Looks like Rook are going to be taking that lower plane path down there. They are going to be going ahead and grabbing those islands. In all the excitement, Majesty, we haven't done our predictions.
We haven't, no, and I'm going to go straight in with Far Voice Gaming for the next game. They need some points on board, so my prediction goes to them for this one.
I like that a lot. Should zone going over there to that eastern side. But you know what? For this, I'm kind of feeling. You know, let's go. Let's Game Lord. I'm feeling Game Lord for this one, honestly. Oh!
Yeah,
no.
It looks like Alice maybe just disconnected there. Frozen. But yeah, I went with Game Lord in game 1 Wrangle, and they were looking good actually. It wasn't until that that push that we saw with Gummy Bassi where they did go out. But yeah, I've gone for we've both gone for someone from Group A, and both of our teams need those points. They haven't done haven't had a great start so far.
No, not particularly. I think we saw Game Lord's game was Miramar, I think it was. So, you know, warming up a little bit, but looking good. Hoping they can grab a few extra points. But Pachinki's looking very busy, Majesty. We've got infinite risk. And was that ARG in the background?
Yeah, I think so. Do we have a little code there, do we? To get some UC. There's a code on screen, guys. If you are fast enough to note that down, go ahead and see if that if that works. That's a lot of UC as well. I might do it myself. Quick, where's my phone?
Where's the phone, yeah.
I could
Right,
do
I
with
left my nose.
I could do with some UC as well. So
Absolutely,
go
yeah.
ahead and use that code, guys, and
Mhm.
get some free UC. And if you need to buy any more, don't forget you can
Ooh.
use Catchy Shop down there on the left. Great deals on those game
Mhm.
top-ups if you want some extra.
Yep, indeedy, and don't forget, it doesn't matter if you have an iOS device or an Android because they have multiple payment methods to items on both devices. So if you need some more UC with their discounts and promotions, you'll always find a great deal. So go ahead and grab that while you can. Over here in this looting phase, although it's not looting phase, it's more of a hot drop phase.
Yeah, a very different start
Mm.
to game one. So now the competition is coming alive a little bit
Yeah.
towards the end of our night. Everybody's finding their feet, and they've
Mhm.
found them now because nobody's scared to take that early fight anymore, like we saw in game one, where
Mhm.
those teams just held back a little bit, tried not to engage while they just looted up and got through stage one.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I'm wondering a bit of what we spoke about earlier with the kind of, oh, we got a weekend off after to be back until Monday, so it's kind of like a all go crazy last couple of games. Now they've got a few points under their belt. Ooh, Infinite getting shut there. Gotta be a bit more careful when she's looting.
Yeah, and I think that's just a solo that is way out there for I can't remember who our purple team is. But she's just a solo anyway, and it looks like she's managed to pull away. So we're just left with Infinite and ARG.
Ah, yes.
And ARG Angels,
Respect.
they don't want the respect
Yeah.
just leaving there, yeah. So we don't want ARG Angels. We saw them go out very, very quickly in Sanhok. They do not want the same again here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to put on quite a bit of a fight here if they don't want to go. Infinite, on the other hand, looking fairly. They've had some good games, some bad games. But yeah, looking okay for, like I said, they were in that 10th position that they have up actually into 6th with that last Sanhok game. So looking fairly comfortable here. Whereas ARG are going to be only had points so far in this game. So it's been a bit of a rough start for them. So a nice Erangel game here, a nice win in Pachinki would be excellent for them.
Yep, and looking at the rest of the bottom 10 as well, even though we've got so many games, a couple of teams there I expect will start making their way up to the top 10 rather than the bottom 10 at some point. But who knows? Some of these teams, they've had phase one to find themselves, practice, get to know everything. So we could be in for some surprises as we just down here with Respect. Caddy there just on her own. Not sure where the rest of her team was at. Did they go for a split there, Neptura?
They possibly did, which would be interesting. I'm not sure. I don't remember who actually got that point against Respect there, because one did in fact go down. Was it to I think it was actually. So yeah, looks like the 2-2 split coming in there. Most likely not far away. Pachinki Hill, Pachinki maybe. We're expecting two teams to be dropping on here, so Respect are going to be bowing out very clearly there to go and save their team. But the zone has, or it hasn't moved, but the zone is actually just outside of Pachinki. So these two have to kind of wrap this up. You would think normally that you would have enough time here. You're cool. You have plenty of time to loot up and fight at the same time. However, the problem with Pachinki in particular being on the edge of that zone is you are going to have teams moving in that direction most likely. If there are any teams over to that western side, they're going to be moving in there. You don't want a team in Pachinki with you while you're also trying to fend off teams coming in through Pachinki. So it could get very, very quickly. They're going to want to wrap that up ASAP.
Yeah, we can just see that Far Voice Gaming moving into that one building there, and Nature keeping an eye on that from the Watchtower Rook. Looking like they're going to spread themselves out on top of this hill with sights down onto Far Voice. And interesting to see where Besiktas go as well, because Besiktas probably were saying thank you very much with that first zone.
Sure.
They had pretty much the whole of the east east half of that zone. So interesting to see where they would have made their decision to go.
Absolutely, and Rook making a very quick escape from the island, so they're back up by Milton now. They've made a quick journey up, so phase early rotation, they are safe. How safe are Infinite though? Because ARG looking to push up quite aggressively on this one.
Yep, still, I feel still like taking the time a little bit, not as quick as we've seen before. Of course, they really don't want to be eliminated with another too soon.
Yeah.
So they're edging closer. So they're coming, but they're not coming at 100% pace just yet. But there's that zone timer, 6 seconds to go, and we'll see where we will shift up. And how is Simba? What is she? Is she sitting on the railing, or what's happening there?
That's insane.
She's I would never be able to do that. I would just keep falling on falling. But nice little
same.
spot there for her if anybody makes their way up.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Just ready and waiting for her to move on in. But we do have a team moving in now. It is going to be Gangster Girls, but it looks like I pass ever so. They're going to go past Pachinki there. But for Voice, going straight past Rookie. She's got her eyes on a few of these teams through there. Yeah, it's a nice spread from Rook actually on to that area. But yeah, is Fate going to be actually coming through there? So this is a fight just waiting to happen very shortly here.
Yeah, I think Fate got enough speed there, unfortunately. One player will be shut out, but the rest of them managed to just drive straight through, and Shadem will go down to Nature, and Sarah eliminated by Logic. So they lose 2. The front 2 leading that pack managed to just drive straight on through without any damage, but the last 2 there straight out of the vehicle.
Oh, that's a real shame for Fate. Not what they wanted. They were just trying to make an easy rotation. And Rook Linisk having any... they're not leaving them alone. All Fate under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, Shaden down... It's that Dahuha. Yeah, so Shaden was eliminated. Sorry, that's just catching up, I think, as Talia is the next player to go down. So that leaves Fate with solo Dahuha, and unfortunately that is a quick elimination by Rook Eternal. So they actually moved, they decided to stop at that compound where Fireboys Gaming left. Infinite eliminated as well. Oh wow. Infinite to go out there to ARG. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. My goodness me, it's all going down now. As the textbook coming in from Rook Eternal, they're really nicely done. 2 knocks. Yeah, if Fate probably shouldn't have stopped right there. They should have continued going on a little. That kind of invited Rook to actually push them. So that probably wasn't the best to stop there, but you never know what they felt to do out of necessity. Just get out of the line of fire. But who is in line of fire right now are 3 different teams, if I'm looking at that mini-map correct.
Yep, we're with KYS in Inferno. We can see 8-12 there as well. And I think a 3rd team, was it Respect? I'm not quite sure just there. But KYS Inferno jumping straight into vehicles. Not heading in zone because we're just on the edge, so they're opting to go around the back of Lipovka here, where it is Respect that are there. So rather than heading in, they're gonna stop and take this fight, I think, because they're just flanking on the coastal side. There we go, they have stopped here, and they've come all the way around. They've basically done a lap of Lipovka there, come all the way around, and Kowalski there we can just see separating this one player of Respect. She's waiting to throw this nade. There's a nade exchange happening because Seren has one ready as well, but Kowalski will be able to have enough room to maneuver that one. And KYS, do you think what do you think from this snapshot? Do you think they should have spread out a little bit more around them, or do they look good where they are?
I actually like this from them. Lipovka's such a kind of a weird town to really try and maneuver. So generally when we see teams try and spread out and get that, generally actually doesn't end in both of them specifically. So the fact from KYS that they are grouping up and there's safety in numbers, honestly.
Yeah, quick look at our map and maybe
that.
Dagestan. Do they look like they're heading for the PUBG?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't see what the value in that with this stage. I think that zone is starting to come in very soon anyway. Yeah, they're probably just going to want to go straight for zone. Speaking of zone, oh, that was such a good name off the wrong door frame. That's a shame. Yeah, she was meaning for it to go there. It would have been really, really nice there, but not going to be happening. But that zone is just fantastic. We don't often see a beach. The zone go down that way to the beach to Milta Power, so really interested to see how this one goes. She does get that knock though onto Sarah, and in the end, gonna grant little thirst as well. Kowalski getting the elimination for her team for this game.
Yeah, it looks like they've got that 1 point and then they're going to go. So they're heading straight for zone, maybe try and do a zone keep, but 8-12 already here, unfortunately, for KYS Inferno. Weren't expecting a team to already be here, going for the same thing that they were trying to do, the zone keep there, just beside prison. And a few of them getting tagged up a little bit. Delicia going a little bit low. She's spun around in that buggy. She will get shot down there as Kowalski just manages to stop next to this rock. But Anissa has eyes on. It's going to be Kitty that gets the knock though. And 24 now is going to be on her own. So they came pretty quickly after that first elimination in Lipovka. Tried to just rotate straight in, but teammate 12 already ready there waiting.
They are indeed. Just looking at that, she doesn't have an option at this point in time. Dagestan though, a few more, but who is that on the cliffs of prison? Oh, it's Gangster Girls. You know, Gangster Girls always seem to be in the right place at the right time. I like how their rotations end up going. Looking very good here. This placement for them is not going to aid them long term. Doubt you're gonna see up this way. Never mind, I'm a complete liar. It does go up this way, so I'm gonna change that completely and say, hey, you know what? This is a great fit for them because now these teams are gonna have to draw and squeeze into this area. It is a little on the low ground compared to up by what's it called? The workshop area? It's not. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a little low ground there, so that's why they're trying to get a little bit more on spread to warn their teammates of teams incoming. But a great spot overall for this zone.
Yep, having a look at Besiktas now. They just got that 1 elimination and still 45 players. So we've only lost 3 teams so far.
Yep.
So everybody's playing. I don't know, because it's not like we have had to wait for any engagement because we've had some early fights.
No. Yeah.
But there's still so many teams, even though there's been so much action, still alive.
Well,
so we've only lost those 3.
It is interesting to see kind of how all that damage actually gets placed amongst teams. We have lost 3, and a couple of duos are left, but yeah, it's just we're seeing a lot of fights and not that much actual conversion to eliminations or points. So it has been interesting to see kind of a back and forth and then a retreat. You're seeing teams try to slow down other teams, but not necessarily eliminate them just yet. But that's changing because we do have for incoming on its way in, and these teams are scrambling to try and get those spots, gatekeep as best they can. At the moment, it's Game Lord who are looking like they're kind of... It's interesting because they do have one on the inside, so they're not completely gone here. No, they're getting... Whoa! What
8-12
was that?
she went for the push, but the Molotov was already there. She ran straight through it. She will go down. So 8-12 trying to zone keep now game mode, but your 10 will actually be eliminated by Dagestan. So 8-12 getting a little bit of a help here from a third party as she just drops down there to the side of the cliff, and that'll be a tricky one to come out from, especially as the blue zone is there as well. She might struggle there to come out, but Anissa still over there. She's got the buggy, and I don't know if she's going to just try and relocate for a better position in zone now that her teammates are in trouble. But they try to do that zone keep again on Game Lord this time. But Dagestan as well there. Anissa, no, she hasn't backed off. She's taken out Diablo. She's taken out Ellie. She's taken out 2 players there. Manifest does bleed out. Ellie thirsted by Sonda. Rook steal Anissa's kill there. Unfortunately for Anissa, that one was stolen by Rook, and you can just see her teammate there. Where is Fataba? I was going to say, where is Fataba? She's the one who dropped down, didn't she? She's dropped down.
She's over there.
Yeah, in the blue, you can see there just on the left. I think she will struggle. There she goes. I think going out there as Lisa goes down. Honey is down to Rawan, who ran straight into the Molotov. That is Game Lord. Is that right? Game Lord Sirens eliminated. I'm not quite sure who got that last one. I think I just missed that one. But Besiktas firing off onto a bonfire as Clara trying to pick one of her teammates up real quick, because we're outside of zone. It has moved away from us over this side, so it looks like if we get to see that, maybe it's gone more so to the east, where the guys were fighting along that coastline not too far from them, as Nilsu goes down to Gemi Bassi. Clara once again trying to get this revive up. Nilsu out there. Here is Rook. 5 eliminations, doing the dirty on Anissa, pinching one of hers after that hard work she put out onto Game Lord. And having a view of them now, that looks like they're headed straight for this edge zone. They want to keep out Anissa this time. Just the 2 of them. How many squads do we have? Gemi Bassi still there, and Besiktas and the Gangster Girls. Dagestan, don't forget, Dagestan are actually still in here with a full squad as well. And I think they've already got quite a few eliminations to the name already as well.
Yeah, I think they do, and we're seeing a lot of action going on down here. AR Clara just getting sniped out of existence there, because we did see her teammate go down to the blue zone, so I was kind of wondering where they were. But yeah, they just got caught there, and Livion able to do a lot of work on top of them. But Livion, I'm pretty sure is really quite a full squad. They are a trio though, so one of the teams with a lot of players up, so they could do some excellent work coming into this. I mean, look at this with Gemibasi and who is that behind there? Another team back to Virtual Gaming Squad. They're the Livion could very easily kind of try and third party that a little bit, but they're probably going to try and hold on to their own spot at the moment. They have a really nice spot up there, actually, right on top of them, so could do a lot of damage coming into this. But all these teams now getting really, really pressured, because they've in a lot of fights just on those edges, just outside of zone, and now it's coming in, and that pressure is really on.
Yeah, the Molotov of her teammate actually takes down her own player, leaving only herself up, and Gemi Bassi there will be eliminated as Dagestan now focusing on Gangster Girl. Xena with that nade takes down Satan Nova. Having a look at Bazumi right now, she's going to go with that smoke. They want to get Satan Nova picked back up. Dynasty is down to Meow Virtual Gaming Squad, and I think that's Far Voice Gaming in the center of that zone there. Very quiet from them. They've had their positioning, and they're just keeping quiet as Xena's going to get run over by One Tap. She goes straight down with the boogie, runs her over. No chill whatsoever from One Tap. She's going to try and thirst her with the boogie as well. She's going to go back for more, it looks like, just distracting the teams while her teammate gets that revive on Satanova. The boogie is now very much damaged goods. But great great knock and distraction from One Tap there while Satanova gets revived. She is back up, so back to a full strength squad. And Xena, I think, did manage to get revived though, but she's very low. as the nades coming in from one tap. You missed it. One tap ran over Xena with the boogie. She did a loop around to try and thirst her, missed her though, and she managed to get revived.
Oh wow.
So Xena was very lucky, but it was great distraction because it meant that Satanova was able to get revived. Holding them off as she peeks up there now, takes down Rowan. Sonda going out to Lisa of Far Voice. I was saying Far Voice have been very, very quiet so far. They just had their positioning, now starting to get involved in the action. You can see them there, the orange team in zone getting involved now as one taps nade, connects onto Rowan, it gets that elimination for her as Gangster Girls. What do we got here? Rook eliminated in 6th place.
Yes, indeed. Just remind me very quickly, Majesty, who was your prediction again?
My prediction was Far Voice.
Oh, okay. All right. Looking good then.
Yeah, Dagestan got eyes on them now, though, as they flanking around. Everyone looking pretty good in this zone, though. And Far Voice will have all their eyes on them as one tap just sneaking up slightly. Besiktas all up there as well. Then they're having a look at Far Voice now as Lisa goes down. Amelia trying to get those sprays out. She didn't quite get enough to get a knock there, unfortunately, and revealing herself in the car. She wants to try and revive there. That smoke doesn't look thick enough. They're feeling the pressure. Oh no, Far Voice will go out. Unfortunately, in 5th place. Livion now.
Oh my goodness.
The next team to try and come in, Besiktas though, putting that pressure on everyone as Amy takes down Bazumi. Yildiz is down as Satanova. It could go anyway at this moment, to be honest. Any of those teams. Stats going with Dagestan though, for another win. Any light throwing that Molotov. One tap has gone down to Myrna. Any light, we're going to try and get Hanu, but I think you're going to have to go because the blue zone is coming. Besiktas also want to get some revives up because they have 2 down at the moment. So they've got to be real quick about this. They do have zone though, and look at that, she's just made it in. How? They have managed to just get that knock player in, revive her, but Any light goes quickly down to Athena. Athena putting in some cover work while teammates revive. She does have a duo now of Livion, but Bobria is pretty low. Who can get the knock first here? It's going to be Athena of Besiktas to eliminate Livion Eternity there. And Dagestan there, we can see once again 7 eliminations. Creeping up onto Besiktas, who now take that stats 44% chance of a win. And who else is left? It's the Gangster Girls as well.
Yeah, all these teams been doing some real work to get to where they are. All of these teams doing some fantastic work, honestly. Been such a joy to watch all of them. Gangster Girls been having fantastic positions all through the game. Only 3 defeats at the moment, but they're definitely playing it quiet. And as a result of that, they'll most likely have more resources to kind of use here.
Yep, who has this zone? We're all kind of teetering on the edges. But does anybody have the advantage? Who has a higher ground? Besiktas look good there, looking down onto Dagestan, and they can probably see Gangster Girls from this area as well as they're just taking their vehicles. Facier's nade there connects on to Bazumi, and Satanova keeping quiet. Is anyone going to go for this revive? Probably not, because Rose has gone down as well. So Satanova there. Yildiz focusing on Gangster Girls takes down Amy. So I think it's kind of like 2 and 2 at the moment for Besiktas, focusing on each side, waiting for any kind of movement that they can get a knock, get some throws. Rose eliminated. Satanova gone. So Dagestan out in 3rd place. So it's just Besiktas against the Gangster Girls, and Besiktas coming now around, flanking Xena. Just about nearly a teammate taking her out there as Myrna pulls up onto Yildiz. Teammate getting the knock, and Fieva there. Oh, I thought she was looking low. I thought the Gangster Girls were going to have that, but she does get knocked by Amy, and it's going to be a Besiktas win. And they have to win the game after I predict them. Well done to Besiktas there.
Yeah, of course they did. Of course. But what a was gotta love that shift in mentality that you there. That that shifted, that final shift, down towards the center of wherever everybody was. Yeah, looking very good. But as it shifted and they realized what a pick actually had, they got rid of Livion, and then got that high ground, and they went. You could see them actually just go, wait, we have the zone. Play it cool, play it slow. Just do we always. You could see that switch from the battle towards winning. And then it was just, we've won this. Now let's play. Let's actually make it happen. It was a shift in mentality that you could actually see in their gameplay, which is exciting to see from a team, especially Besiktas come here, up some down, looking very, very dated in that final game. Despite, I tell you what, despite second and third places, real good. They were great at that win, but it was just going to be Besiktas.
Yep, and 25 points joining those top teams who have all had a win as well. So 4 games and 4 winners. There's those 25 points. Dagestan with the 12, keeping themselves right up there as well.
Yeah.
They've had a really, really good day for day one. And of course, Ganka Girls, Livion also with 9 points as well.
Yeah, and only one team bottom there without any point game. Unfortunately, it is going to be Fate. We saw them very early indeed, but it's meant. The last 3 games we've had 0 points and have the one. It's really nice. Everybody is bringing their A game. Everybody is getting some points, less points, but everyone's getting that fair shot at it. So to see that happening as well. But looking good for several, I think, some consistent game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think to see. Oh, we're going to go most eliminations. I was going about to mention the how much that graph for the elimination damage will be, because again, it seems like we had fights throughout that, but most eliminations there. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole squad of Besiktas in the top 5, and then Anissa. GG's 8-12 featuring there, but all 4 players there for Besiktas.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's amazing. We've not had that yet. So GG's Besiktas for coming clutch there. Anissa from 8-12 grabbing those 3 eliminations for her team well. So very big GG's here. But look at those MVPs, all Besiktas. That's crazy. That very rarely do you see all putting in that work. There wasn't one that just popped off in the game. It was all of them. So very, very, very well. And here it is. Here's and not as even as perhaps we might have thought, Majesty.
I mean, it's still even for the rest of the teams, bar Besiktas and maybe even Dagestan. A little bit lower than the last game, obviously from Sanhok, but still even spread through the teams.
True.
So everyone's still getting that damage. But yeah, Besiktas there with those 15, like over double any other team.
Yeah. Insane work they put in there. Gotta feel for Gemabasi though, over 1,000 damage there. Yeah, over 1,000 damage for 1 kill. So they were really trying their best there, but just got caught out in the end. But pretty good lot of these teams. So Miramar is going to be our final of the day. So we'll have to see how these teams all get to doing that. But we do hit 50 points in the first day. Game 4, we have hit that mark. So Dagestan going to be taking that first place. And the 39. So already a tiny little bit of a gap coming in between first and second. And it's a gap we don't really see. I mean, until I guess 4th to 5th. But even then, that's only 6 points. I wouldn't really call that a gap.
Yeah, and it's still plenty of games to go. So still that top 10. Well, 10 and 11 joint, 1 point behind, 12th place. 14th there and 15th with 10. So only 5 points. I mean, yeah, it's still early days to probably to worry about that just yet. Maybe start to think about that as we get maybe halfway or so. But yeah, I just want to go back quickly to our top fraggers there, because if
Yes.
Ednisa hadn't had her knock stolen by
Mm.
Rook,
Oh,
she would have
yeah.
ruined Besiktas's party there for that 1, 2, 3, 4.
She
Would have overtaken one of those players there. But well done to Besiktas anyway.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right, though. It's funny how that can just happen like that. Just get stolen means so much more than a stolen kill sometimes. But we'll have if she will get her revenge on the Miramar game, the final game of the evening already. But we will be going into a quick little break while we set all that up. Don't forget, there is going to be with an outfit for you guys in the chat during this break. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in a bit.
Superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for final game of the evening. Day one is almost over, Majesty. Kind of hard to believe here. We are going to be again losing a player here. No, a group. There we go. I got it in the end. We are going to be losing a group here for this final game. So Group C will join us for this final Miramar here. So that is going to be Livion Eternity, Fate Esports, Dagestan 77, and Besiktas. So both Dagestan and Besiktas having a very good final game of the evening for them, having the rest of those teams coming on in here. So good to see them back. I think that was going to be, who was that? Group B coming back in. So yeah, Blacklight Armed Family, Vias Team G, and Humble Dolls will be all joining us once again. Majesty, final predictions for the evening and actually for the week, what we got going?
Yeah, it's not been going well for us tonight at all, has it?
No.
I am gonna go last game, Bonfire. Let's go with Bonfire
Nice.
for this last game there. What about you?
Excellent notion. I'm going to go, I think, with hard to honestly. All these teams been doing some really good stuff. KYS, they had two really good games, one of them being Miramar. So I'm going to go ahead and say KYS are going to win this.
All right, let's go. Last game. Let's see if one of us can get on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Start off phase 2 with at least 1 point. But we do see that flight path coming on down. Not much to really talk about with that flight path. Actually, it's very easy, very nice. We got a Game Lord being the first down. They're going to be over by La Cobriera, if I'm saying that right. We got a couple down by Crater. Some movement there, but everybody's still really in their parachutes. Not much to be hitting the ground, so we're not going to see all that much of a hop or early, I think, here for this Miramar. They're going to be very quiet indeed, but that's a nice zone to complement.
Yeah, maybe just keep an eye on El Azahar there, Bonfire and Vias, and then the teams headed to Porto Preto as well. A couple of teams, Rook and Virtual Gaming Squad. But look at that for 8-12. Los Leones, dead center of zone.
Nice, very, very nice indeed for them. They have a lot of distance around them, actually. I mean, their closest competitor here is going to be Infinite in Picado. I mean, that's a quite a ways away there. So very nice for 8-12 to kind of really relax and get into the game. Far Voice not having such a great landing, I think. They're not really in any position to loot up effectively, but we will how they get going with that. And we do have a couple of little hot drop type things. Your Razahar is going to be Bonfire, and I believe Vias there, yeah. Going to be going head to head just slightly, but she's right there.
Oh, Kumsal, I thought she walked straight into danger there. She just saw her at the last second as she popped up, and God, she's very lucky.
Very.
Unfortunate for Vias, they couldn't get that knock there. If they just preempted a little bit, I think maybe she could have knocked Kumsal there. But they can go see Vendetta now in that corner, and Kumsal will come back for a second go. And it's actually the nade there come flying in. And a fist finish.
Oh, that is the epitome of Vias. Should not stand for that at all, but I think they're going to have to. They're far up. They're not close to really go for anything like that, so they are going to be taking half of Vias just like that. A great start for your pick, Majesty.
Yeah, but hopefully they can keep that up, and one of us can have a win. It'll be very exciting for us going into Monday. But here we have Rook Eternal pushing straight onto Virtual Gaming Squad, not paying off there. They've got 2 members down. Sonda trying to do some damage control, gets the knock onto Kai, gonna eliminate real quick. And they have 3 eliminations, just 1 player left. It is Mazara of Virtual Gaming. She's coming way in the open. She's not backing down. She's very, very low, but she's gonna come for this push. Is she gonna come in here and get 2 in 1? Sonda is prepared. Sonda is also pretty low, and she will go down to Mazara. And could Mazara now take out this squad? Logica there, you can see healing. The nade is gonna come. She's off aim there because she's pushed in already, and she will be eliminated by Logica. And Logica can now revive her whole team. But props to Mazara. She did pretty well there, actually.
Absolutely.
Pushing in. And now we're going straight to Gangster Girl too. Myrna has just gone out to Gemi Bassi there.
Wow. God, a lot of early eliminations coming through here. Yeah, great push. Gaming actually in that fight with Rook. Just unfortunate the 1v1s couldn't quite come through for them. Rook did a great job there, but yeah, that one push by Virtual Gaming, great push coming through there, and a nice knock on Rook. So that was very precarious there for a little bit.
The Gangster Girls here want some revenge because they haven't decided to disengage like we would have seen in the first Miramar. They wanna fight this one out, smoking up their car now. Don't want to get that damaged, as Amy will go down there to a purple. So Rowan, what are we gonna do now? She's driving off. See you later, Amy. I'm sorry, but I've got to go. She's leaving her teammate out there, and maybe, I don't know, did they leave it a little bit too late? Maybe they were a bit too confident there. Trying to go straight away for Gemi Bassi.
Yeah, Rowan, definitely, she really just said, I'm sorry, this car is really not big enough for the both of us, honest. Pulling a bit of a tear. But yeah, probably in the best interest of the team as a whole, the car was going to get split up very, very quickly. So time to move on. The game, though, Gangster Girl's been looking really, really good so far tonight, and it's just a shame to lose 2 so early. But I tell you what, Gamabati, they've been doing really well tonight, but at the same time, they've had a lot of instances where they lose a couple early, or they just end up going out in a less than favorable way. So it's nice to see them grab a couple of eliminations right off the bat. We do have Arm Family. Here's another team need some assistance, need some help, need some points for this final game to really set them next week, perhaps. But they are on their own in Impala. Nice spot for them, and a nice spot in zone. We were seeing that there's not really anyone around them, so they've only got Infinite in Los Leones, and then a couple of teams down in Puerto who we haven't seen yet, despite there being like 2 teams down there.
Yeah, and it's I feel like we've finally got a little bit of peace. Just in stage 1, we just had all that energy straight away on landing, that we didn't really have our normal time to just chill, see where everybody is, see what's going on. We've finally had these hot drops in Miramar and getting us off to a great start to the very last game. And before we get into any more of that action, quick mention for our guys over at Kachi Shop, trusted by millions of gamers with discounts, promotions, great deals. Go on and head over there for your game top-ups. You can use multiple payment methods, Android and iOS. So need some more UC, Neptura? Time to go on to Kachi Shop.
Always need more UC. Absolutely heading over there. SAP, but then we got Game Lord moving in. Do they need UC? I wonder. Well, hopefully they need UC because they're in a competition that's got 200,000 looking with their name on it potentially here. So they have great prizes to look forward to if they can do some really good work here. Been a bit of a slow day for Game Lord. But certainly have the potential to continue going up and getting some excellent points, getting a little bit higher here. It is only day 1. They have 4 more days after this. Every team will be playing 20 matches over the next week. They've got plenty of time to do that, so we could see a massive, flip on the scoreboards here. We never know what's going to be happening. ARG trying to fight off the zone, and the zone does come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there it is in. We have a new zone. 2 is actually upon us. Interesting, it doesn't say stage 2, it says stage 1 still, so that's a little odd, a little interesting, but never mind. Rook. Oh, it was Rook down in Puerto. Okay. See, I'm being just silly there, but the map is gone. It has gone to that northwestern side. So we've got Los Leones in the middle there and Picado as well. So very spread out. They might want to group up ASAP because they got 2 different teams coming down on Kiki right there. Just going to have to be very careful because it's a great spot. A lot of teams are going to want that spot. I just got very, very careful indeed over there.
Yeah, most of them look like they're headed towards the center around Los Leones, thinking that the next one will head down there. Picado empty now, so no one predicting it's going to end up there. But 8-12 still, they've just like moved. There we go. 8-12 there, just on the edge of Los Leones with these great views around them there. As Simba takes it down Kiki there, you mentioned the dolls spread out. And they're in a bit of trouble right now because KYS and Infinite. What am I talking about? Infinite. I just gave them a rename there. So next season, if you fancy that name, there you go. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know if that's an actual word, to be honest. But Infinite? There it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure, but yeah, that is going to be Kiki. Get out there. I think on a scout, she was trying to find the best spot in zone and just got caught out there by a couple of different teams. So bit of a shame there, but they still got 3 and they still have La Bandita, so there is no issue for them at the moment. Okay, so Humboldt have decided to come in. So Kiki was just a front runner for this. The rest of the team have decided to come in more for a central position, and Bonfire looking to upset that.
What is Goksu? I thought she was going to drive straight into them. She must have seen them. She must have told her teammates there's people here. I thought she was going to drive straight into them and get taken out there, but the dolls just fell back a little bit when they heard. I think when they heard that boogie, they've fallen back, but maybe that was the wrong thing to do. They could have taken her on there, I think, before her teammates came. But just Megumi just pulling up now to bring it up to 3, so they're a little bit better now for the dolls. But yeah, I thought Coxie was going to be in trouble, to be honest, the way she just pulled up, taking her time in the boogie. Caitlin just going to peek around that side there. You can see through the smoke. So Bonfire looking for the fight already. But dolls there, Megumi goes down to Nilsu's nade.
Ooh.
What do we have next? Comes out sticking to the outside. KYS looked like they could be headed for this as well. You can see them just on that mini map, starting to make their way down. I think just one of them having a scout around, but Caitlyn on top. Oh, she's got great views there. She's going to take down Reds, but it is Megumi with the cover fire. So Caitlyn goes down, but Kumsal there taking out Megumi. Back and forth. Watch out for KYS Inferno as Humble Dolls eliminated there by Bonfire. And the KYS solo there is going to have a great view on that and maybe be communicating. Yep, Kowalski there does take one of them down over back at that warehouse. I don't know where it was, but it's a warehouse.
Yeah, absolutely. What a fantastic play coming in from Bonfire. They're looking super, super confident, just wrapping around like that. Great 1v1s in there, just looking really, really nice. It's such a difficult corner of that that Humble Dolls had. It's a really, really difficult area. You've got to be in the compound to really have a chance at doing much. And unfortunately, they just weren't. So they were able. Bonfire were able to get that wraparound on them because they had all that cover. They had roll. So big shame for the Dolls, but yeah, it was just a difficult position to play from at all. Bonfire do seem to be have been to grab that knockback. They've got a full squad now. Infinite continuing to hound Bassi here for a little bit. They were looking at Bonfire, and now KYS are like, no, we'd like to have a moment of your time. And Gamabasi, I think, are getting out of there, so that allows Bonfire to actually move up as well as we move in to stage 3, nearly stage 4, for 1.5 minutes until that zone does end up closing in. But who we got up top there? Is that 812? No, 8. So
812 below is Blacklight.
Blacklight,
the green
okay.
color is Blacklight, so they've got some nice cliffs of Lost Leones as well with 812 there just across the city. You can see Kitty making her way, but Bonfire did not get that revive. They did lose Caitlyn to KYS. So they are down to a trio, and yeah, KYS didn't decide to push them. They moved on, and yeah, so Bonfire a trio coming to Rook with those 5 eliminations. Also
looking
coming
good.
up to Lost Leones there as well. So could we have a Lost Leones end zones here?
We could indeed, and it would be great to see it on that northern cliffside. It's not often we get one that goes to the north of Los Leones like this. That would be really fun because we often get it on to the eastern side. You know, those cliffs, everybody knows those cliffs. They are played a lot when it comes over this direction, but not often do we get those north cliffs. So it would be nice to see a slight change of pace coming in to this, but Arm Family just in the background. They have to get in zone as well, and Rook are going to have eyes on that, I think.
Yeah, a couple of teams there. I think 812 just out of reach on the other side of the cliffs. Armed Family, where have they gone? Who is that orange? Is that Far Voice or
no,
Besiktas? One of them.
Isn't here.
Both of them. It must be Far Voice Gaming, I think, then that
yes.
orange colour there, as Infinite here are running into this zone. We've got 600 meters to go in our van, so let's go. Purple there going down to Kumsal, and our family have pulled up onto Rook. Freeps has gone down. Rook a little bit. I think Rook has got 2 down at the moment. Alina there coming in, getting that one. And who is left up for a Rook? Because Arm Family came crashing in on them.
Yeah.
And is the last player for Rook?
They're
out. They've gone. There we go. The last gone. Just
the nade.
eliminated there. And Yatem of Game Lord has just gone out outside the zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It was watching and then it just got finished by the zone there. So I'm not sure what's going on with Game Lord. I don't know if she's AFK or just was too far away to be rescued. But yeah, Rook going out there, surprising, because Rook have been looking really good this game. Not good and sustain a full push like that from Arm Family. So GG's Arm Family for grabbing those extra points and getting a good spot in zone.
Yeah, this is a horrible place to be for ARG right now because Blacklight have amazing views on their cliffs. They are just in this zone as well. Whether they can hang on to them for the next zone, we shall see. But yeah, ARG just getting tagged up there, feeling that pressure from Blacklight. Also, I saw in the kill feed, it was Gemibasi, another player going down to Bonfire. You can see Blacklight have eyes on that as well. As I think that's Diablo just driving through for Game Lord as well. So Game Lord just driving through that fight, just saying, oh, hello, on we go. And hopefully they're just finding somewhere to stop. And they don't stop in the wrong place. There we go. Oh, Lisa will get blown up. Oh, she gets blown up by Melina there as they make their way through. Unfortunately, I think that just leaves Diablo. It looks like Ellie is coming back as well, though. So she's not alone, and it looks like she's getting revived.
Yep, does indeed. But that was the worst possible turn of events for Game Lord coming into this game. Melina's going to be quite happy with her performance, though. That's quite nice. I think that's going to have to be a free kill there from Game Lord. Lisa has no way of getting revived at this point in time. But 812, look, 812 are Arm Family's next victims in that kill feed, but it is Bonfire RG in the same building. Oh, a nice nade, but she got knocked first, so that's not going to of that nade, but she finished up anyway.
Yeah, ARG changing their position, crashing onto Bonfire instead as Goksu goes down there. Kumsal, last one up now for Bonfire. And they are getting those eliminations real quick. They have 8 eliminations so far and will be eliminated there by ARG. Rotating around into zone, unfortunately for me. That is my last prediction out.
Oh, that is such a shame, but what a 1v3 I think that was by the last remaining player of ARG. Fantastic result for her. The zone is being MVP though, getting a lot of players. Farvoice do actually get eliminated here, mostly by the plays. No idea what happened there.
I think they were involved with the 812 area. I can see them in the kill feed as well. With that fight there, 812 and Blacklight. But yeah, Bonfire were looking so good as well.
They were.
Unfortunately, ARG decided to crush them and they couldn't hold them off. But Blacklight now, I mean, they've had this great positioning. They're a bit spread out now, but they've had these heights and able to just pick off so many players, and ARG still in their sights as well, as they're going to have to shift real quick to this next zone. We're only into the top 10 teams.
Wow. Stage 5 and we still have 10 teams alive. That's insane. I gotta say, I love this zone coming in here. This is a rare one. It's a difficult one. We have KYS all the way up at the top of that hill there, but they're gonna have to move in. It looks like really Gemibasi and Game Lord are the only ones who are actually inside zone from this area, and Blacklight are right behind them. Oh goodness. This is a massive bit of sandwiching coming in for Gemibasi. Not good for them at all.
Yeah, just having to... I mean, where are they going to stop at this point?
I know.
If anybody comes in front of them is the only option, because they're just on the edge. So they're probably going to have to go in a little bit more, especially when the next zone is coming in. Arm Family right there. Gangster Girls, where have they been for the last few stages?
True.
Here they are, the two of them. Kind of almost forgot. Oh, Rwanda's gone down there. Xena, she's trying to go in with the boogie. Can she make it in? Malak is spraying as much as she can as ARG go out. Xena goes straight into the path of somebody else, though. It's going to be a teammate, Amy there from Blacklight. She drives straight into them and will be eliminated as well in 9th for the Gangster Girls.
Indeed, GG's.
Do we have outside this zone? That is Armed Family that Blacklight want to zone keep right here, but Armed Family from looking strong. They've been crashing teams, taking teams on. Ellie has gone down to Loina. Elsewhere, you can see there on the mini-map, 7 teams now as KYS feeling the pressure as well. Kowalski, the last one up, she has eliminated Vias there, I believe. to have 3 eliminations on her own, 6 altogether, and the solo there representing Netura's prediction for the final part of this game now.
Looking good. Hey, she's still in it. Unfortunately, we have lost Game Lord as well, and the zone's gone straight to both Gemabasi and KYS there. So these two teams are of it. Arm Family in such a predicament on this side because Blacklight have the opportunity to gatekeep them a lot. Hang on, Respect team we haven't seen much of. Respect, full team up here, just on the very northern side of Zone. A lot goes down to that explode thing.
Yeah, and they've got no problems getting into them. They can just see them coming into the shot now with vehicles where they've been the past 10 minutes. I don't know, but they're alive. So whatever they've been doing, it's been working. As Amy goes down to Milena. Dizzy in trouble here now as well. 15 players still up. Stage 6 as Dizzy does go down there to Nads. The rest of Arm Family making their way as well. Nads will have to go in as well, but Respect came straight with their vehicle, straight into their position. I wonder if they can see Armed Family pulling up. Looks like Celine is aware of what's happening there. And the Kowalski, the solo, wants to keep out of it at the moment, just down below everybody else. And Gummy Bastard look like they have great positioning from where they are.
Yeah, they do. I'm not sure how many angles they actually have there, but they're firmly within zone. And it's such a spot that they can probably grab some third-party kills where else it basically ignores them for a little bit, which would be really nice. But Respect, that flood having zone, this is looking very nice. Blacklight on a slight disadvantage here just because they're more on the edge. And they've had to actually move in, so they're not properly set up. But could have some issues with Arm Family right behind them. So honestly, the western zone's looking nice and chipper. They're just chilling for a while. It's this eastern side that's a mess.
Yeah, Respect trying to keep Arm Family out here. They've got a knock aside, so pretty even at the moment, but they can just try and keep Arm Family from going out as Nads there also taking out Taya. So between the two teams there, Arm Family do get eliminated, and now Blacklight trying to focus on to Respect. Nads getting caught out though by Dynasty. Don't forget Gummy Bassi still in this as well, just as that next one creeps up. And don't forget Kowalski, the solo as well, in this next zone. Celine there noticing one player in that shack who there is a knock, I think, for Gummy Bassi at the moment outside the zone. I think probably just leave that one as Dynasty just running up here onto Blacklight, finding them behind the rock. Can she take out Amy as well? She does.
Oh my god.
That will be Blacklight eliminated in 4th place.
That was a squad wipe by Dynasty. She's got 4 kills.
They had all 4 up, didn't they? They had all 4.
They did.
So great run up there, flank round from Dynasty there to take. By Dynasty as well. Melina going down as well. And what is Kowalski up to? Because Kowalski's in this zone, you know. She's in the zone, but she kind of got to work with. It's the solos trying to take on each other rather than trying to focus on Respect. They're going for a 1v1 there. Both of them still up though, as Respect are going to push here. Seren does eliminate. So Seren eliminates Gummy Bassi and then eliminates Kowalski, KYS as well. And it's a final game win for Respect there. And I think that's 5 games and 5 different winners.
It is. We have not had a single double here this evening. G's from Respect, honestly, fully deserved that win. A full game coming in from them. Some great plays. Dynasty putting in the work. But, so fluidly as a squad, they knew exactly who to go for. Next. They weren't confused on which to go for. They weren't confused about where they were going, what they were doing. They had that in the back. Very, very well done to them. 9 eliminations, not the most that we've seen so far, but definitely enough, a fair chunk of points here.
Yeah, that's because we didn't see them for half of that game.
Hmm.
Almost kind of forgot
True.
that they were still alive
Yeah.
because we couldn't see them on the mini map. It wasn't
Right.
until they rotated in with the vehicles at the end there that we
Yep.
realized they're still there with a full squad. So
Exactly.
coming in to play late in the game and taking the win.
From them, we should be seeing those match rankings coming up very, very shortly, though. Let's see if we can grab those on board. Now, I'm thinking Gemabasi should have a fair few points coming into this final game. Should be who else? To be fair, KYS had a few points as well. We threw a fair few teams on their way into zone, so could be seeing something like that. Here we go, though. Moment of truth. Yes, I am. KYS and Gebabasi both being up there with 12 points each, and Arm Family bringing in a nice 10 points. They're really, really good in that game, Majesty. I mean, I think they went through 2 different teams at the end, and that zone just really messed them up, but they could have been in a fair position to win the whole thing hadn't done that to them.
Yeah, it was kind of a tussle towards that side of zone towards the end there, unfortunately, for some of these teams. And
Yep.
then Respect just crashing late in the game, coming straight in, doing a bit of zone keep. And there we go, and 777 eliminations, but Bonfire with 8, the second most
Yes.
of that game. Unfortunately, they just couldn't hang on for any placements, getting crushed by ARG and being eliminated, unfortunately for them. But that side of zone was so full. I think because we were focused so much for so long with those few teams, we kind of forget half the zone. There's other teams still in the game because we didn't really hear from them much at the start.
Yeah, indeed. That's the beauty of Miramar, isn't it? You lose teams along the way somewhere. Dynasty, yeah, I think we Ben knew she did a squad the MVP of the game. Kowalski, though, coming in clutch with those 4 points, and Saren for Respect as well. So we got 2 on the board here for Respect. Some really good work coming in for these girls, but pretty even across the board. No one team doing loads and loads like we've seen in some of these games. So nice, even kills across the board. That damage and elimination graph should be fairly even then.
Yeah, predict so. Kind of a bit like Sanhok. Obviously, we're used to seeing the number 1 team peaking over 10. So with it being a bit of less domination by 1 or 2 teams with high kills, we've got a few teams with good kills still. So those teams with 7, 8, 9, there you go.
Whoa,
very,
there
very
we go.
high and even. And
Yep.
Gummy Bassi always putting in the work, aren't they?
They are. They really are. So I think Respect looks like they stole some of their kills because those 9 and those 1800 damage actually match up pretty perfect. So I think we know where those eliminations went. Tisk tisk. But hey, elimination, and a good job way around. Some really, really high damage. I mean, Bonfire with 1800, Infinite with 855. So for 2 kills, that's a lot of actual damage coming through for them.
Yeah, sad for some of these teams, but it doesn't matter if you have low damage and high eliminations because you win and they're your eliminations. So whether you pinch them or not, that's the aim of the game is to win and get as many points as you can. So it sucks, but it is what it is. And I'm sure at some point they will pinch some back anyway. So it's back and forth. But there we go, our overall standings, Neptura.
Yes, aren't they interesting? So we are going to be ending the week with a tie between 3rd and 4th over there with 39 points. Little bit of gap, not much at all, but you are starting to see a little bit more of a gap, although Blacklight have moved up against Dagestan there with only 3 points between them. But yeah, look pretty nice. We're starting to see a bit more of a gap, bit more even pointage of those first 5 games of the evening. Well, got a head-to-head though. Vias Reno, of course, with her 11 eliminations today so far, adds with 10. Very for this.
Yeah, our first head-to-head of phase 2, 11 to 10, and then the damage isn't even that far off either. And that survival time is the major difference there, with
Yeah.
Vias, just not surviving as long, but
Mhm.
has thrown more, has
Mhm.
and that one extra kill over Nads, but the survival
Yeah.
time, big difference there, and
Mhm.
compared to the other stats.
Very, very true indeed. So looking forward to seeing what both of these players can do going in next week. Now, that is kind of it for this evening, for this week. We will be back. So don't forget, boys and girls in chat, that we are not going to be back on the Friday. We will be coming back to you guys on Monday. So we will be having the weekend off. So all these players, after a very long, hard fought last 6 days. They've done phenomenally well, but it is time to give them a little bit of a break. So we'll be back Monday, same time, same place, same panel. We are all good to go for Monday. But yeah, we're going to be signing off, saying good night, Majesty. Final thoughts?
Yep. Final thoughts. Everyone played great, apart from our predictions. Everything else,
Yes.
perfect. So hopefully on Monday
Yeah.
we can pull that back, as well as some of those teams as well. So
Yeah.
looking
Mhm.
forward to getting into next week.
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you to the teams for giving us such spectacular games coming in all the way through phase 1 and into as well. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Back Monday, so don't to check out the KG shop over the weekend. Get some top ups over there. Have a great time. Have a great day. Thanks so much for supporting us all here so far, and we will see you on Monday.
Bye.